You know what I'm doing right now? I'm practicing karate right now because I'm out of practice. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the glorified version of a Bassin talk show. It's Wednesday night, and I'm your host, Pat Renwick. Welcome, Bass Galaxy. It's good to be back. Yes. Good evening, glory, hallelujah to you. What the hell's your story and what the F is going through you? It's tonight. It's tonight. I like Wednesday nights. You know what I mean, Chinch? Wednesday nights are the nights that we like to get to it, if you know what I mean. And this is the glorified version of a bass fishing talk show. Please always remember that in all of your paths traveled. And tonight, dude, I'm stoked about this. This is historical. Andrew Ellenberger, the Ginger Ninja. Give it up for Andrew Ellenberger, the Ginger Ninja, by the way, producing the hell out of this thing.
Yo, Pat, yo, Bass Galaxy.
Hey, Andy's red on the head, like a producer should be.
Yeah.
You heard that old, what do you call that, limerick? There once was a lady from Glasgow who liked to be touched on the limerick, right? Something like that. It's old Andrew Dice Clay. You know what I mean, Gingy.
Yeah.
Gingy, but anyway, this is history. History in the making right now. First YouTuber ever on the Stray Cast show. Dude, the first YouTuber ever. And we always go big here, right, Ginge?
Yep.
We go big, Bass Galaxy, you know. This is the king of bass in YouTube. Give it up. We got Ben Milliken coming on tonight. Milliken Fishing, Bass and Benny, big Bass Ben Milliken with his BDE. You know, he's got the BDE, Ginge. Yeah, he's got that bass dictated energy, 100%. And he likes them big bass. Hey, but that's not all. That's not all. We also have the return of Into the Great Wide Opens, the Bassmaster Opens. Heating up, man. Heating it up. Brad Leuthner co-hosting the heck out of that deal, and he's back with tonight Cody Meyer, our bud Code. Yeah, keep it coming, Bass Galaxy. We're excited as you are to be back at this deal. Cody Meyer coming on. He's on his quest for the elites, and he's going to talk about all that. So Cody and Brad coming on Into the Great Wide Bassmaster Opens right after Benny Milliken. So, hey, our soldiers are going off to war tomorrow, Ginge.
Oh shoot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're heading out to war tomorrow. I mean, our elite guys. That's what I'm talking about. No, I mean not a real war. They're in Hawaii. They're in the islands of yes. They're off to war, and we wish our horses in the race the best of luck tomorrow as they endure the mysteries of the bountiful Lake Oahe in South Dakota. So good luck to all the Bassmaster Elite Series anglers, all the Bassmaster staff, and all the fans attending the event. We hope that the event goes successful, and good luck. Knock it the heck out. Come on, boys. Let's freaking do it, right?
Yeah, bud.
That's what I mean. Hey, how about the live tomorrow, Ginge?
Oh,
Holy shnikes.
That is one heck of a stack.
Yeah,
lineup.
that's a stacked lineup tomorrow on the Bass and Master Lives, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Hey, Andrew Ellenberger producing the snot out of this thing, as you know. But hey, also, yeah, let's get to it. If you like and share this live Facebook feed tonight, our hype guy on the chat board, JR, Rockin' Shoal Fantasy, you know JR Ewing, he's gonna put you in a randomizer on the chat board. You like and share this live Facebook feed, and you have a chance to win the Tin Cup Whiskey Prize Pack Extravaganza, courtesy of Tin Cup Whiskey and Luke. Yes, not Luke Skywalker.
Oh,
No, I know you wish that, Ginge.
that'd be great.
But Luke Foley, the Whiskey Jetsy, is coming on in a little bit. So that's it. Like and share the live Facebook feed, and it's your chance to win the Tin Cup Whiskey Extravaganza Prize Pack, official brown liquor of Bassin. Boom. There's that. Also, I got to tell you this, and J.R. Ewing's doing a great job on the chat board, isn't he, Chinch? Yeah, he sure is. Hey, here now, ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles. Ginge, I'm wound up, dude. I'm sorry. I am. I don't know. I've been practicing karate. Gary's in town. We've been river ratting. It's awesome. You know what I mean? It's nuts. Half a spot official, Ginge. They're signing up for a chance to go bassing anywhere they choose with us dum-dums. It's straight cash. It's all you got to do is fish some online derbs. North, south, east, west, kayak, boat, bank, whatever. Sign up. It's that easy, yes. It's your chance at the ultimate grand prize to go fishing wherever you want. Wouldn't you want, Ginge, if somebody said, hey, I'm going to take you fishing wherever you want, you just got to win some online derbs, would you be like, yeah, uh-huh? If you were eligible, Ginge, if you could cut the box tops off of 1 million Captain Crunch boxes.
The Kool-Aid packets?
Yeah, Kool-Aid packets too, and get a free Boba Fett.
Yes.
Also a chance to fish anywhere in the world. Wouldn't you do it?
I think I would.
Gosh dang straight,
Seems
shooting
pretty
falutin'.
easy.
I'd do it too. Sign up today. Download the Half a Spot app, halfaspot.com, Half a Spot official on the Instagram, and of course on your Smarty Pants phones. It's all right there. Kaboom, kapow. Hey, Berkeley fishing. I got to tell you, Ginge, I'm in love with a couple things with Berkeley fishing, and I can't talk about one of them because I'm sworn to secrecy. But the other thing is the gosh dang Maxent creature hog. It's so good. It's so good. It glides. It jives. It does all kinds of stuff, and it's 30% off right now.
At the Omnius.
Yeah, at the Omnius.
Yeah.
Over at Pistolero Pete's place. Yeah, 30% off OmniaFishing.com. Tell them the Ginger Ninja sent you.
Yeah.
Call him up and say the Ninja sent you. It's 30% off creature hogs right now. Ginger, you know what else is cool about working with Berkeley and Abu? Everything, yeah. And Alpha. Oh. We get to use the best rods in the world. Like combining forces, like superpowers. You know, it's like if Thor, you know how when Thor has the battle axe and the hammer, that's both of that.
Yeah.
So like I have the rebound and the Xenon. And that's my battle axe and my hammer. Do you understand me? Yeah. Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I am.
Check them out. I love them. I like them. I hope that you like them too. I'm moving right along here. Can you give me music? Give me some music, man. Give me a beat. Give me a C, a bouncy C. Come on. I'm all jacked up, Ginge. I'm on the Mountain Dew, coffee, and hint of watermelon. Bite me tackle, Ginge. I've been messing around with the swing head. Yeah, don't tell anybody. But I've been messing around with that deal. Right. Gingy, what are you doing back there? Why are you moving so much? Why are you moving? This is amazing. Hey, you know what we're going to do? You want to take our whiskey home? You want to take our whiskey home, Chinch? You want to do it? Do you want to do it? Bass Galaxy, are you ready for this? Uh-oh. Because in the bars, in the night times, it brings strange memories. And this dude right here, he's a gypsy. You don't even know. He don't even know, Ginge. Doo-doo, down, 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 but down out. There you go. There you go. That's how you play ball. That's how you play ball, Gingy. I like when this is more like a radio show than a podcast. You know what I mean? Whiskey Gyps. Like I feel like we're doing a radio show right now. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, screw these
That's fine with
podcasts.
me.
Screw these damn podcasts. We're doing a radio show right now. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Then
I
that
know
way,
what you mean.
yeah, I feel more of a radio vibe tonight. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, here, are you riding solo tonight?
No, but Courtney's not here. I got my sidekick Keegan.
Hey, what's up, Keegan? What's going on? Cool sunglasses.
He likes your sunglasses.
Yeah.
And he says thank you. Yeah, Keegan's my right hand man in my day job.
Okay.
So yeah, he's heard all the behind the scenes thing of the 10 Cup team building and whatnot. We just got done doing.
I sure hope not. I sure hope not.
Yeah, well, maybe not everything.
Keegan, don't believe everything you hear, but believe most of it. Okay. That's all you got to know. And Courtney's way better looking than Keegan, so no more Keegan and bring Courtney back. Okay.
All right.
Deal. Hopefully,
I'll bring her back. She's at home. I'm working tonight. So.
Hey, Foles, you're giving away a prize again tonight. All they got to do,
okay.
I just always volunteer you for stuff. You know how that works here
That's
on the
fine.
Tin Cup Whiskey team.
I'm good for it.
I ask for forgiveness and not permission. It seems to be working really, really well for me in life. I don't know. Don't recommend
Whatever
it.
you need, Pat.
Do as I say and not as I do, right? Isn't that we tell our children, Luke Foley?
That is.
Luke, how do you feel about Tin Cup whiskey? Like, and this is all real talk. Like, this is not just hype, even though it is hype. Like, how do you feel about Tin Cup whiskey being the #1 brown liquor in Bassin? Like, it's pretty cool because you wrote the deal down on a napkin, bud. That was an idea you had on a napkin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 3.5 years ago, and now it's morphed into all this and got all these great anglers. And Christine was just over in Sweden competing over there.
I saw that, and she looks Swedish too. She's got that sweet.
Yeah.
She's Asgardian, like Seth, Matthew, and myself. She's got the Asgardian blood. Yes.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw Matt's post. He just posted a little bit ago, but apparently he has on him solo cups, red solo cups that say on them.
Oh, he probably just Sharpied them on there. I haven't seen the post, but he must.
It looked pretty official to me. I'm like, that's genius.
It is genius. You're 100% right.
Yeah,
That's genius.
Yeah,
Matt's quite the marketer.
He is. He is.
He also can. He also does. This is something a lot of people don't know about Matt, and it's a reason he's able to sell a lot of Tin Cup whiskey. He can actually do shots of Tin Cup whiskey out of his own belly button. Did you know that about Matthew? Yeah.
I did not know that, but that's impressive.
Yeah, he can do that. He's what do they call that? What do you call when you can move real good? Yeah.
Flexible.
That's the one. That's the one, Foles. That's the one. Hey, so every week, if you're just tuning in, we have the Tin Cup Whiskey Word of the Week. And when you hear this word, we ask that you take a sip of your favorite beverage. It could be Tin Cup Whiskey. It could be an ice cold Coca-Cola. It could be hint watermelon. It could be whatever you choose. But whatever it is, we ask that you please sip responsibly. Right, Luke?
Absolutely. Like you see me tonight, I have a driver.
That's how you partake.
That's being responsible.
Yes, you were.
I've had a couple old fashions tonight.
You had a couple new fashions too. I could tell.
Yeah.
Hey, bud, what's the Tin Cup Whiskey Word of the Week? What is it?
Well, the gentleman that's coming on this evening, he's quite the YouTuber.
Oh,
so I say we go with YouTube.
Wow, we're gonna get everybody sauced tonight. So,
yeah.
Isn't that? I guess
goal.
that's the deal. So whatever you hear the word tube, YouTube, any variation of this, there, and that for, take a sip and sip responsibly. And thank you, Luke Foley and Tin Cup Whiskey, for your support of the entire Bassin Galaxy. And good luck to our horses in the race tomorrow, right, Luke?
Yeah, absolutely. Pulling for both those.
Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a Bass Live, and we're excited about that. Yeah, and Foles, you're awesome. When you coming this way? You need to get out here. You know who's here? Rings, bro. Rings is here.
I actually yesterday, so I need to talk to you about that. So yeah, me and Courtney are coming up your way Saturday.
Okay.
So maybe we can figure something out.
Sabado? Okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think we'll figure it out. But yeah, Luke Foley, you're awesome. And thanks, dude. And like and share the live Facebook feed. Foley's going to give away some stuff tonight. And yeah. Hey, let's power pull down for pleasure. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Let's put the power poles down. We got Ben Milliken. We got Into the Great Wide Opens with Brad Leuthner and Cody Meyer. What? It's a hell of a show for Welcome Back Cotter edition. I'm Pat Renwick, Andrew Ellenberger, and Luke Foley. We're coming right back on the Straight Cast Radio Hour.
This is the mountain, and this is mountain whiskey. Unspoiled, untamed, forever wild. There's no safety net, no way down. Up here, it's just man and the mountain and his tin cup. Tin Cup Whiskey. Mountain Whiskey.
Want to know the difference between power bait and other soft plastics? Ask the fish. Berkeley scientists have. Thousands of flavors tested on thousands of fish. Natural. Man-made. Every bait that's ever hit the water. No matter the shape, size, or color, power bait is the only one that is scientifically proven. Fish bite and will not let go.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, buddy.
The TH Marine Hydrowave H2 KVD Edition is a surefire way to ignite a feeding frenzy. The Hydrowave utilizes a sound-emitting technology that imitates bait fish and other feeding fish below the surface that preys on the competitive nature of bass and other game fish to get you more bites. The Hydrowave is another way that TH Marine has you covered from transom to trolling motor.
Bite me! It's a command to the fish. Quality jig heads with quality components. With tried and true tackle like the Big Dude Goby head, the Hunter or Jacob head, or all new tackle like the Jackpot Net head or Buster Swim Bait head. Bite me! It's a command to the fish. Get the let out and visit bitemetackle.net today.
Welcome back. This is the glorified version of a Bass and Talk Show. Make no mistakes about it. I'm your host, Pat Renwick. And right now, we're pretty stoked to bring to you the reigning king of Bass in YouTube. He's got the length. Showing us the length. He's right there. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Big Bass Benny Milliken Fishing. Yes.
What's up, Pat?
What's up, Big Beezy? How you doing?
A lot, man. I'm doing good.
It's good to see you.
Excited
Dude.
to be on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
You look good.
Well, thanks.
You do. And you sound good for whatever. I don't know, like you sound good.
Yeah, I got monkeypox in my throat or something, whatever the new virus is.
Monkey. It's called monkey thorax. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Monkey thoraxolol.
Nothing. A couple brewskis can't help out.
Yeah,
though,
it ain't nothing that gonna do. Or a little.
That's right.
Hey, the word is YouTube. So whenever we say YouTube, take a
YouTube.
A sip of Tin Cup whiskey, Benny's beer, pinky up for elegance, of course, and yes, and drink responsibly. So Ben, we're giving away, if you like and share this live Facebook feed, we're giving away a Tin Cup whiskey extravaganza pack, but also you're giving away something to a lucky Stray Cast fan or MFer or whoever happens to be viewing or listening tomorrow or tonight. No, it's only tonight. Yeah, it's only tonight, right? Yeah, correct me when I'm wrong, but it's only tonight. It's only tonight. So what do you want to give away from your arsenal? What do you want to do?
That's a great question. How about we give away? We got a prototype swim bait coming out that I got 2 double digits on it so far.
Yikes!
And how about a pair of Waterland sunglasses? Best sunglasses in the game.
I like it. Okay, wow, That's a double prize pack extravaganza.
Deal. Let's do it.
Courtesy of Milliken Fishing. Like and share the live Facebook feed and your chance to win it at the end of the show. Hey, dude, first off, cool to have you here on this format. We did the Bass Buzz show together. That was a blast. I had a ton of positive feedback about the Bass Buzz episode. That was kind of just like a little free-for-all with you and I, And but this is going to be a free for all, too. Make no mistakes. Make no mistakes. But I mean, this is the Straight Cash show, dude, and this is Andy and I's baby. You know what I mean? Just like Milliken Fishing Channel is your baby. You know what I mean? Like when people have projects, Mark Zona Fishing Show, that's his baby. You know what I mean? It's so this means a lot to us, and we pick our guests wisely. And you are the first YouTuber to ever come on this Straight Cash show. Like people are like, oh, whatever, big deal. But that's just it. To us, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like we're breaking down boundaries here.
Yes.
Great.
Exactly. It's like we've become Switzerland.
Right, exactly.
But no, dude, we could tell you have the Asgardian blood in you. You know what I mean? And the deal is, let's put it this way. You can tell a proper bassin' man. You know what I mean? It's, first off, I figured out what the deal is that I like about Ben Milliken YouTube, and I don't necessarily care for about other YouTube channels.
Okay.
This is
Let's
it.
hear it, Pat.
This is it in a freaking nutshell, dude.
Uh-huh.
You keep the fish center. You keep the freaking fish center. And you know that all of this is ridiculous, and you point it out. And you keep the fish center. Now, there's ego in every bit of fishing. Everyone has it. We all have it. But you keep it in check, man. You're not doing the video for like, you're doing it for the love of the fish. And it's it's noticeable. And you're also doing it as you. You are not trying to do your YouTube content as another YouTuber that already exists. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense.
Yeah.
And I got that's awesome hearing from you. You know, started the channel a while back, and from the start, that's always been the goal, is to make it about the fish, about the experience, and make it real. Be myself. There's so much acting and fakeness on all social media, but the social media fishing side, of course. And that's something that we always try to stay away from, not staging anything, not acting, and just giving it to people real. And I think that's what people like the most about the channel still. But to hear it from you, someone that has more of a tournament passion, tournament background for such a long time in the game, and some of the guests you have on, that means a lot, Pat.
Well, yeah, well, seriously, and thanks for saying that, Ben. And it's more or less the teaching qualification things, and we'll get to that later. But there's no way you could possibly have a YouTuber that's pretending to be another YouTuber teach a person how to bass. That don't happen. You have to be your own person. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I don't know.
And I mean, that's a big thing. I'm sure we'll dive more into that. But yeah, it's just so much regurgitated information.
It really is.
There.
It's like,
but, I mean,
come to Mama Bird and get your feed.
It was when I got into bass fishing kind of strictly, like after I fished my first tournament when I was like later in high school. I was all about it once I started catching bass and I saw the competitive side of things. But that was a big learning curve for me. But back then it was like the online message board side of regurgitated information where, it's basically the same thing with any social media professionals now that are, reading it about what should work, what baits should work, and what techniques are best and stuff. And then they're making content about it. Well, it's the same thing back then.
Yeah.
You had to siphon through so much garbage about the proper way to rig something or what to use that was on all those online message boards. That's a huge part of bass fishing, I feel like, is figuring out what's legitimate and what's complete lies.
Taking what you need and leaving the rest, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So do you think you're a proper bassin' man?
Man, I would say so, for sure. I think a lot of people see my channel these days and they think I'm just, some privileged kid with a bunch of expensive electronics, just goes out for a couple hours a day and tries to look at fish with the periscope. But from the start, man, I fished tournaments for 10 years before I ever started any type of social media fishing. And that entire 10 years, I wasn't making any money hardly. So I know the grind of sleeping in the truck and being ate up with everything and not knowing if you got enough money to get your gas money to get home from a tournament and stuff like that. But it's all I wanted to do. So I think having that background, I guess you would have to decide if I was a proper bassin' man. But
well, no, I think you are. You wouldn't be here. I do not have people that are not proper bassin' men on the show. They've been on the show. Non-propers have been on this show over the 7 years. I'm not going to lie about you. But going forward, you'll never see a non-proper on this show again.
I like it.
Never. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'll tell you a couple laws of the proper bassin' man. You tell me if you're a proper bassin' man. All right? It's the company you keep. It's the company you keep. And Ben, I mean, I see you hang out with some cool people. Yeah, you got your coleslaw, of course. But here's most important. Your family, dude. Like the proper bassin' man, family is so important. And you are so family-centered.
Absolutely.
It's very appealing to me, man. I mean, it's a cool deal, man, to see, you out there with Ozzy, Max, your wife, the whole deal. It's killer.
Yeah.
It's killer. Gotcha, Gingy.
Huge part of the channel for sure.
You have to realize as a proper bassin' man that the blessings are from something greater than yourself. It's not from you. That's
correct.
It comes whatever you choose it to be, it comes from there. It's a power greater than yourself. It's not from you. Okay, that's another law of the proper bass man. And of course the fish are center, right? The fish are center. Always the fish are center, dude. Here's something that's tough, Ben. Here's something that's tough about the laws of proper bassin' man. You do things your way, but you pay a price. Okay? It could be a good price or it could be a bad price or it could go through series of both. But you have to do things your way.
I feel that every day, man.
Yeah. It's bassin' ain't easy, dude. It ain't.
It's not.
And here's something that's real important about being a proper man. And I'm not trying to be self-righteous or like preach laws. I'm just telling you what all freaking proper bassin' men have in common, okay? And that is like, here's the deal. You got to give away to get more. And then you get more success. Because if you don't, you keep it all, then you'll have it, but it turns to shit.
No, it's completely true.
Some of the laws of proper bassin'. You fit all those, bud.
I'm in.
You're on the show.
Here I am.
Whatever. Dude, I being a Bass and Talk Show host is an awesome job. Just like being a YouTuber is an awesome job. But we do work, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And one of the parts is in my job, just as it is in your job, is research and development, right?
Right.
R&D, man. So like I got on the Google machine today to find out a little bit about my bud, Ben Milliken. I wanted to get a little, okay, behind the scenes dirt. And I don't know, really nothing came up. But here's what I got. Like, I have some answers to the most frequently asked questions about you.
Okay.
All right. And I need you to, I'm going to tell you the answer. And you need to tell me the question.
Deal.
All right. Are you ready?
This could go a lot of ways.
Yeah. Wait, hold on a second. I lost my place. Here it is. Okay. All right. So, Ginger, are you ready? Let's get the computer going. Let's computerize this. All right. Here's the answer to the Google question about Ben Milliken fishing. The answer is October 19th, 2015.
First YouTube video? Very good about you, Ben Milliken. You nailed that about you on the Google machine. Seems like a frequently asked question.
Whatever. These are all freak. This is Google. Whatever.
Exactly.
That's why I had to give you the answer, and then you give the question.
About the only thing I remember from around that time, so that's perfect.
And if you go chasing rabbits, you know what I'm saying. The Rebecca Christine, Ozzy Mo, and Max.
Who is my family?
Who is your family? You nailed that.
That was a tough one.
Real tough. Had to think twice about that one.
Yep.
$1.5 million.
What is $1.4 million more than I've made in my career?
Good answer. They say that's your net worth on the Google machine.
Nice.
Yes, your
Deal.
Yes, your Google.
Do you know where I can find that?
It's on the Google machine somewhere. Just go searching the dark web. Search
I don't care about the search. I want to find the money.
It's there somewhere, Ben.
Okay.
Are you ready? Ariana Grande.
Ooh, that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Doppelganger, I would assume. Who's Ben Milliken's doppelganger?
She looks exactly like you. Yes.
She does.
She's the female version of you. No, that's your birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
nice.
She shares a birthday with you in June or something.
Should have known that.
Yeah, you should know. So next
Commonly
time,
known fact.
make sure you hit up Ariana on your birthday, and then she could come sing at your kid's birthday party.
Deal.
You know what I mean? That's the deal. That's how your kid flexes. Like, hey, my dad knows Ariana Grande.
We're basically close now.
No problem, bud. Polarized. This is the dumbest one. The dumbest one.
What are Ben Milliken's sunglasses?
Dude, that's it. Stop right there. Stop right there. That was the dumbest thing I seen on the Google. What are Ben Milliken sunglasses? The answer was polarized. Freaking polarized was the answer.
Hey, that's good. That means people are taking notice of our sunglasses.
I know,
so
exactly. Good for the brand, bud. And you're giving away a pair tonight, aren't you?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, it's called Waterloo and Ice, right?
That's exactly it. Yep.
Waterloo, baby, Waterloo. That's like an ABBA song with Will Ferrell on backup vocals.
Right.
Yes. So you're giving away a pair of those tonight. Are you having fun so far, Ben? I am.
Dude, I'm having a great time. I'm excited. I'm used to listening, Pat. I listen to all your podcasts, but that doesn't really mean much because we drive like 6 hours a day. So we listen to all sorts of stupid stuff.
Well,
I really do like the podcast.
Thank you for including me in the ridiculous life of Ben Milliken.
Correct.
I like that. I like that about you. Yeah, but hey, that's all the stuff that. Oh, here's the one, and the last one.
Okay.
Now, I might get some of these names wrong, and I mean no disrespect by that. Ginge, give me music so I don't feel uncomfortable, please. All right, this is also the Googled, the fifth most Googled thing, or whatever it is, about Ben Milliken. Rob Turkla, Zach Ketchum, Michael Hasayo, and Josh Jurgensen. And no disrespect if I got the names wrong. I don't know a lot of these guys, but they don't know me either, so it doesn't matter.
I'm trying to think what we all have in common other than being YouTubers. So maybe who are fishing YouTubers?
Yeah, people also watched.
Oh, nice.
People also watched. So we'll accept that as an answer. So
perfect.
And again, seriously, I know I've heard of Turkla.
Right.
But the other guys, and no disrespect, like and I'm like, are their channels any good?
One of them is Zach Ketchum's channel. He's very interesting. He's a good dude. We'd actually sponsor him with Waterland.
Okay.
He's got a huge channel, but it's different. It's not fishing mostly. It's more like
babes, lots of babes.
Somewhat, but mostly like crazy Florida stuff. Like,
oh, really?
Iguana. He's
Python wrestling and gators?
He's on Swamp People, actually. Zach
really?
Ketchum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that
Zach
name
Bagby.
is awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take your advice and check out Zach Ketchum.
Do it. Check him out.
I like Florida stuff. I lived in Florida, in case you didn't know. Boca Raton.
I remember you talking about that. Florida. I've actually only been to Disney World a few times in Florida. Besides that, never visited. Sounds like a crazy ass place.
I lived in the girls' dorm for 7 months. Florida Atlantic University was amazing.
Did you try to trick them? Say you identified as a girl or something?
No, I was a stowaway. All truth be told. Yeah, they didn't know I was there. Well, some of them did. But anyway, that's a long story. That's for the book. That's coming out in the book.
Right.
Anyway, enough about me, Ben. Enough about Anyway, that's the Googled stuff, bud. About you. The most Googled stuff. So basic.
That wasn't too bad.
No, it really wasn't. It's kind of like some Ben Milliken life in a nutshell. If you think about it, right?
Very small version. I like it.
Hey, we talk about this on the show. You and I have talked about it, and a lot of YouTubers actually call themselves influencers. And to us people that are the most potent humans are inspirers, not influencers. And I guess I can consider you an inspirer. You fish with a purpose, right, Ben? You fish with a purpose.
I really like that you took that there. That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to ask you, who's an angler that inspires you? Who's a bass angler that inspires you, man?
Well, I come from a tournament background. Like I said, I don't look up to anyone that makes social media content and hasn't fished professionally, personally. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right. I get it.
I can't say
44.
one. Yeah, I can't say one. Mike Iaconelli was huge into me. I don't know. Just when I read his book it was like my first year of college.
Amazing book, by the way.
Yeah, that really let me understand that people, like, I'm from Nebraska. There's almost zero fishermen that have done well from Nebraska, besides like Denny Brower. But
yeah. Besides Danny.
Besides just Denny Brower. But Iaconelli, definitely just seeing someone that came from a background that wasn't your traditional Southeast background, good old boy, seeing his story, I think was probably the most inspiring way to get me into fishing. Yeah. And I was lucky enough to fish with Ike last winter. We're trying to plan something coming up here too. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
He's going to scream a lot, just letting you know.
He does that. Yeah.
But remember we talked about before about Mike's a perfect example of it. You have to do things your way and you pay the price.
Correct.
And Mike's an example of one of those laws of proper bassing, man. Like, Mike's had a hard road. But he seems to persevere and stay relevant through it all.
I think that's a huge thing that people don't talk about in the industry, no matter what side of it you're coming from, is how difficult it is to make it in this industry. And you really do have to go through a lot to find yourself and find your place in it. That's one of the most asked questions I've gotten since the start of my career and my channel and everything is, how do I start a YouTube channel? How do I become successful in the fishing industry? And that's a hard that's a hard question to answer. There's no answer for that. It's different for everyone, but I think you're right. There's no one that's just jumped into fishing and been successful, and it's been sunshine and butterflies. You know?
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
No kidding.
But dude, like for real, I think it's important again for that inspiration to be there. What's a technique? Like I need you to go back in the Ben Milliken archives, in the songbook, like way before that 2015 YouTube, way before those 10 years of Durban and blazing the trail in college, the double Beesies, with the All-Americans, you two guys.
Look at you
kicking ass out there. I mean, I need you to go way back, and I need you to tell me like a technique that inspired you. Like, what's a technique that made you Ben Milliken today? Do I need to give an example, or you know where I'm coming from?
No, I have one that sticks out in my mind, and I'm going to give some juice on something that I don't even know if it fucking works anymore because I don't use it anymore.
Okay.
It's also been discontinued, which is stupid. But
I hate that.
When I was tournament fishing, I had my fair amount of success locally, just flat out picking up a frog, a spinnerbait, a swim jig, whatever everyone else fishes, and blasting down the bank, breaking down cover and stuff. But I kept, I would have a solid day of fishing, about feel like I capped out, and then I would still get, 4th, 5th, 6th place, just out of the money a lot of times because the guys that fished offshore were dominating a lot of these events. And so I did what everybody tells you to do, and I left all that stuff at home, and I decided I'm going to go fish offshore, and I'm going to learn this. And the way that I broke that and figured out and cut the learning curve for myself, and this was back like right when side imaging came out, and so I was able to side image hard spots and brush piles on my little. I think I started with like a 5-inch Humminbird screen is
nice.
What I was side imaging on
with the black little pixels.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. It was just enough that you could like kind of see a brush pile. Maybe you just drove over it a bunch of times.
It looked like Miss Pac-Man when you went over
exactly.
it. Yes.
Exactly. But I would use I was like, this is expensive too, but I got to get 3/4 and 1 ounce tungsten weights. And I would Texas rig a Jean LaRue Who Daddy.
Yeah, I know the bait.
Full size, the 6-inch size.
Sure.
Of course, Pradco, wrecked the fishing industry by taking that off the market, just like the big biffle bug, but that's neither here nor there. But
tell us how you really feel, Benny.
Exactly. I would fish those and you like 5 feet of water in brush piles you couldn't see, or 30 feet of water in brush piles you couldn't see,
Yikes.
Below the surface. And that the big bait was obviously like, it got the aggressive fish and it got big fish. And that big weight allowed me to understand the bottom composition, how my bait was working through that deep structure, whether it be brush, stumps, rock piles, road beds, shell beds, whatever. And that cut the learning curve for me on figuring out how to work those baits. I caught a lot of giant fish, and I started winning these tournaments like crazy once I figured that out. And that big bait mentality allowed me to understand where some of the biggest fish in the lake live and their draw towards a bigger bait, because that big 6-inch Who Daddy was way bigger than like a 6-inch brush hog, just a bulky mass of plastic, which is way smaller than a lot of the baits I use now. But that's one that sticks out in my mind, is something that just like went from me being your average ordinary fisherman to me being like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is how I need to focus on it. And once you figure out how some of your baits are, working through some of that deeper offshore cover, you can start downsizing to a really light bait and be a little more natural and understand this exact same principles.
Yeah, that's Ben Milliken spoon plugin. That's the origin. That's the origin of Benny Milliken.
It is, man.
It's like you and the Buck Perry got that in common. You know Buck Perry.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You should do a similarity video. So I just gave you a YouTube idea. Hey, I feed mayonnaise to tuna fish, so it saves everybody time making sandwiches, and I hate mayonnaise. You know what I mean? So if you need ideas, you come to me, Ben Milliken. You know what I mean?
Pat Renwick Consulting Services.
Yes, exactly. Palinick fired me a long time ago, just so you know.
Look where he's at.
Yeah, in contention. Oh, goodness gracious, man. Hey, moving right along here on the life of Ben Milliken. What makes Ben Milliken tick, right? I mean, that's what everybody wants to know. So, and you are the reigning king of YouTube. You really are. Of Bass and YouTube. I don't care what anybody else says. When you talk to, I'm just going to say it, when you talk to respectable people in the industry and they mention a YouTuber, they mention Ben Milliken. So, and we're not blowing smoke at you, bud. We're just being real here, okay? So, I'm doing this because I want you to give real YouTube talking advice here on this segment, okay?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do it?
That's badass, Pat. Yeah, dude. I'm always gonna be 100% honest with you. I'm never gonna sugarcoat anything.
Right,
I'm not an actor, like I said.
Well,
so I'll probably say some stuff that'll ruffle some feathers tonight, but that's the fun part, right?
Good. Let's ruffle. But so this segment is called "So You Want to Be a YouTuber." So you want to be a YouTuber, Gingy? What do you got for this one? What do you got for "So You Want to Be a YouTuber"? Like, because it's like it's a whole process to be a YouTuber. Well, Gingy, what are you doing? He's something.
Ginge.
Wait, the record broke. The dang needle. What is this? I like it, Ben. So you want to be a YouTuber? Ben, I need to know like clickbait secrets. I need clickbait secrets, okay? Like, here's the deal. Like, my YouTube is amazing. Ginge and I have the Straycast YouTube, as you know. We get like 500 to 1,000 plays, you know, a YouTube. But we've never promoted the YouTube either. But you get like 2.1 million per click or whatever. Click, likes, comments, like, subscribe.
Well, I think the first part, the most important part, is understanding some of the terminology of what you're trying to get when you formulate the clickbait, Pat.
Yeah, like I think you clickbait, click like clickbait. But you have a formula. Because check this out. These. You created them. Here's this one. Bullfrog catch and cook. 2.5 million views.
Yeah.
But you capitalized bullfrog. Was that important?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Capitalized bullfrog.
Everything, I put out 3 to 7 videos a week sometimes for the last 5 years, and every one of them is an experiment to see what will work, you know, and so you start doing different things and understanding. But that was a video that did extremely well back before YouTube was, you know, super woke culture, and you could actually, you know, selectively, legally harvest animals on film, and the video didn't just get completely shut down. So,
yeah. It's something. Bullfrog catch cook. Thank God you didn't harm it. What about PETA? You know?
I know. Yeah, exactly.
Unreal. So here's another one.
Okay.
Flash flood capitalized. Drains big capitalized. Fish to urban spillway. Flash flood brings big fish to urban spillway. Flash flood and big are capitalized.
Right.
Yeah, that had 2.5 million views.
That's my most viewed video, I think. And it's crazy because I probably put less effort into that video than any that I've ever made in my career. So it got the draw. It got the click. Like, what were you thinking that day? I flew into Houston. This was back before I lived here. Me and my wife, Becky, were staying at the owner of Six Sense's house. Him and his wife went to work, and it was just been downpouring for 2 days. And my sister and her fiance were coming down too. We're going to go to their beach house. It's over in the Galveston Bay area. So we were like, all right, well, their flight got delayed, so let's go fish for a little bit on the way to the airport because we got 2 hours to burn. And so we were just literally driving around and found like a raging flooded spillway thing. And all I had was reels, but Casey had a couple rods at his house. So I stole a couple rods. I took like 5 baits, and one of them happened to be this little square bill in this custom color pattern we had designed that had like saltwater hooks on it because it just had come in. It's called Gillikin. And I proceeded to catch like 7 or 8 fish, and I taught some little kids that were fishing there how to tie like an improved clinch knot because they kept breaking all their stuff off and couldn't figure out how to tie a knot. And I think adding kids to videos can help a lot too. That's why that maybe took off then. But yeah, that's the video right there. Dude.
I mean, and clickbait
it worked.
extravaganza.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
It's
so
great.
let's say that I'm going to give you a scenario, and you give me a clickbait title. Okay. I'm battling headhunters in South America while fishing for fish that jump into trees and eat monkeys that give people monkeypox.
You're battling. What's a headhunter?
They cut your head off and they put it on a pole and shrink it.
Like a tribesman?
Yeah, didn't you ever see Milliken's Island with the Milliken and the skipper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say
went right over your head. I said, didn't you ever see Milliken's Island?
I'm just yeah, I've seen Gilligan's Island.
I said Milliken's Island. Never mind.
I know. It didn't go over my
dad
head.
jokes. They're dad jokes.
I would say risking my life to catch the world's most savage monkey-eating fish. How about that?
Yeah, okay, good. That's it. Risking my life to save the world, to catch the world's most dangerous monkey-eating monkeypox savage fish. Got to throw monkeypox in there. But no, then it gets banned. If you put monkey. It goes through the FDAC, DEA, and Administration of Food, Drugs, and Alcohol.
Click a link to find out more information.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Thank you. But thanks for the clickbait. Thanks for the clickbait. Hey, back
you got
to
a couple of those on deck. You're waiting to put those out.
I've been waiting to I made an illegal South America trip. I'm not sure if I could legally release it yet, though, because of couple cases. I caught a couple cases down there. Legal issues, if you know what I mean. Hey, but anyway, being back to the YouTube thing, like, how important is it to have a guy like Coleslaw? I mean, everybody needs a Coleslaw, right? I mean, like Brandon Palaniuk, he's got the most amazing camera guy. You got an amazing camera guy. Like, that's
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can really be successful on YouTube by keeping your content very simple and very rough and not edited well. But I think with what we're doing and the type of channel that I have, it adds a lot more value to it when you just get substantially better camera quality in shots of fish eating and stuff that you just wouldn't be able to do on your own.
I get bored at the chest cam deal. It serves a purpose. Don't get me wrong. And you've made some cool ones with chest cams. And like everybody's had that deal in fishing life or helmet deal, But and like a rhinoceros in the monitor. But you know what I mean? I like that. I like that aspect of it. I get a little tired of the deal. But so how'd you find the coleslaw?
Just straight up job posting was it.
That's it.
Got luck. I really got lucky, man.
And you put vinaigrette-based, not mayonnaise-based coleslaw wanted.
That was the search term. Yes. Yeah, the top job posting search term I put
that
in
was
there.
The clickbait for job postings.
Yeah, he was perfect fit. Clearly a perfect fit. And then so I put the job posting up. Cole actually went out with us on one of our trips to South Dakota. And after that, I was like, yeah, you want a job full time? And he was all in and never looked back.
Nice. Yeah, and he does a hell of a job. He's a good dude.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, that's the coleslaw, dude. Vinaigrette based. That's him. Hey, here's what I find interesting about you. You've done a lot of tackle tinkering videos, which are cool to watch. You got to have the tinkering in it. Like, here's what I'm getting at. There's a lot of people that make YouTube videos, and then they just hold up a lure. And it's kind of like whatever, and then they're like, "This lure's awesome," and then they spin it, and then they play like, "You spin me right round, baby, right round like a," you know what I mean? And then
I hear you.
That's it. And then there's also videos where you're using those same lures that you were tinkering with in the shop, and you're boat flipping 7.5 pounder. So, my question to you is, how do you mix the content? In other words, well, here's a flat out way to put it, because it might seem like an obvious answer, but it's actually not in today's day and age. What do you feel conveys more to the audience, or let's just say sells more to the audience? Product in motion or just product? And the reason I ask that is we see so many anglers, or whatever you want to call them, TikTokers, and that are just achieve whatever their version of success is by spinning a lure.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to give you a long answer to that. I'm going to try to keep it concise, but I started back when I was saying I didn't make any money and I was tournament fishing and stuff. Something I did on the side was make my own tackle and sell it. And I had a lot of pride in that, both making jigs and custom painting baits and stuff for people and selling them. But and then as that got into video content, I knew how to do all that. So I thought it was very valuable to be able to share a way for people to not have to go spend $5, $7 on a jig and instead make their own for 80 cents to $1.20.
Sounds like the Ginger Ninja back there. He's got every mold there is.
That's my guy back there. But I just felt like anything I do, I just do to bring people value. And I thought that was a very valuable way to show people how to save a little money, because I know a lot of people are in the same situation that I was in, and I still love to make tackle and give fish a different presentation than they got now. But as far as your question about what's more valuable, from my experience, and I'm an owner of 6 Sense now, so I have insight to the actual information of what sells product. I know for a fact that it's actual applicability of the product to catch fish, as opposed to just showing the product. No matter how many views you might get spinning that product around, that goes back to deciphering what's bullshit or not in the fishing industry.
Yeah,
that we
like
all
who's
have to
buying
figure
that
out.
shit? Are people really buying stuff? Because and all these companies are giving the people money for spinning lures and spinning reel handles and spools.
Yeah, but it's the same as tournament fishing, though. A lot of people will do stuff for a very tiny amount of money that makes you think that they're making a lot of money.
Interesting.
Or they're not making any, and they're just trying to get a lot of views so they can hopefully take that and make a career out of it. But yeah, just because you see something on TikTok that gets 1 million views doesn't mean anything.
That people are buying that plastic worm, let's just say. Just because it gets 1 million views.
I don't know about that. Very few. I think there's very few channels that don't actually go out and catch fish on stuff that are actually moving product.
Right. My question was like, okay, so let's say a plastic worm just being held and it gets 1 million views, might not get the sales that you might think it would.
It would get almost none.
None.
If not none.
Okay. And you're being real. You're a tackle company owner.
Unless someone with some validity said it. Like if we had Lee Livesey, who is one of the hottest anglers in the game,
damn straight,
say, I designed this worm or this crankbait, this is what makes it different and this is why it's going to work, then a video like that might do extremely well and sell some product, as opposed to, him not saying anything or just being your average Joe Blow. That's where it's like a real big gray area in the industry. And once again, everything's an experiment to see what will work, and no one really knows until you're out there.
So here's what I think, and tell me if I'm wrong, because I don't know anything about YouTube, but I think this might be why you're successful at it too, and you're able to flat out sell products for your own company. And that's because it's the repetition of it. For your company, 6 Sense, you're able to continually show product in motion. And it's not just Billy Bass who does a TikTok and then catches a 10 on a bait. 1 time. 2 times. He does it twice, okay, on the bait at the stock pond. All right? And he might sell a few baits. But I think the effectiveness of a YouTube channel is the repetitiveness, just like a commercial, like a famous commercial you might remember. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah, and that's where I was going to go with that too. I'm not going to act like I'm bragging and say I'm on the same level as Lee Livesey or anything, but just because I've built such a back catalog of catching giant fish on baits, winning tournaments on a lot of these baits, even if I post a video with a new product that came out and there's not a bunch of fish catches on it, I'm a lot more apt to receive a better feedback and more people purchasing the product. It's the same thing with everything. But yeah, it's all a slippery slope. It's all an experiment. A lot of professional anglers the large majority of professional anglers, despite my incredible respect for them, it's a big dog and pony show where you might not get what you're asking of them as far as promotion. And they might be like a guy that you really think can move a lot of product, and they get no push or anything. They don't sell anything, which is crazy.
Isn't that something? And again, back to Lee. Lee's going to back that up, his endorsement of holding the lure up and spinning it to a cool Whiskey Meyer song, and then he's going to sling a 6-pounder in the boat. So
exactly. You know? Yeah, I was going to say it's tough to even bring Lee up in that. I know you probably watched all the live.
Yeah, and he's going to break his flip flop and repair it as he's landing a 6-pounder.
Seriously.
So
Lee's just out there winning the tournament on his home lake. All people watching him, people taking all his spots as soon as he leaves, and he's just like, yeah, I'm cranking this ledge with this 300 DD crankbait. It gets down there perfect. It runs like this, and he shows the fish. Oh, here's the bait, and the fish is out. This is the color you need to pick up. And I'm just like, oh my god, I can't believe what a great guy, and what a rock star in the industry.
He is, man. Hey, I got to ask you one more thing about this YouTube, and then we're going to get on to some periscoping, because everybody wants to know about you and the periscope.
The real stuff.
Yeah, like the scoopies. I'm going to get some dirt from you. But so you got to tell us, this is the most important thing to anybody that wants to start a YouTube channel, anybody that already has a YouTube channel, or anybody that used to have a YouTube channel and wants to restart the YouTube channel and do something, right? What's the biggest no-no? What's something that's not going to get you hate mail? What's something you just don't do it? Don't do it. You don't like what? Don't do. What's the number one don't do? Don't do this.
I can't think of a single thing, but the biggest thing I can think of is the fallacy of how you've been describing me and how you think of a lot of people in the social media line of work. No offense to you or anything, Pat.
Yeah.
But because a lot of people have this stance, but just to think that you need to start a YouTube channel to try to get your way in, when in reality, you need to do every single platform, every type of content on every single platform, to see what you can gain traction in, because everything's so saturated right now on every platform, every type of content on every platform, every sub type of video to make in every single type of content in every platform, that you need to see what you can be successful at. And so I guess my biggest thing, if you're going to start a brand, we'll call it, don't limit yourself to YouTube, because YouTube's so saturated. Honestly, I don't know anyone that could start a YouTube channel right now, just YouTube, and be successful. It's so saturated, and it's just like impossible unless you're like one of the most entertaining people in the world right now could start a fishing YouTube channel and it wouldn't get traction, because there's so much out there. Yeah, to be honest.
Yeah, I get it. I mean,
yeah,
it is. That's why today I decided that this is a radio show and no longer a podcast.
There you go.
Yeah, see? Because it's a radio show now, Ben.
Broadcasting on 1490 AM.
Super 1490 AM. This is the Bass Buzz Stray Cash Show coming at you. Got Ben Milliken on today. I'm Pat Renwick. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Pat, long time listener, first time caller.
Hey, hey, you love your show.
Thing yet? Is it ruining bass fishing? Or,
Hey, should we have Periscope in bass fishing, or should we ban it? What do you think? Chime in now. I don't know, dude. Come on, it's evolution of the sport.
It is. All
right. I mean. I like the Brady Bunch thing, Ginge. That was really good. It's evolution of the sport. It's like, okay, so should you not have had side imaging? Should you not have had whatever? But I think that, here's what needs to happen. The anglers need to decide it. If it gets too much, let the anglers figure it out and go in the parking lot and fight about it. And
That's
then
right.
And then if the 80-something guys or whatever next year the elites is going to be, if they don't like it, they all go. Like, ever see Anchorman? Where they all got weapons, and everybody gets weapons. That's what we're going to do. Some guys want periscopes. Some guys don't want periscopes. Have a big-ass freaking fight in the parking lot at an elite derb. May the best man win. And at the end, whoever wants periscopes, if they win, they get periscopes. See what I say?
So it's one rule.
Yeah.
One rule only. No touching of the casting hands or wrists.
Yes.
And that's it.
That's it. That is it. Beat the hell out of the face. You don't need that. Hey, man, we got to talk periscopes. Because I'm going to bring this back. Here is what also separates you from other tubers. You actually have credentials. You catch a zillion big bass, and you kick ass at the periscope. So when you get elites and propers that are asking you about big bass and periscopes, it's a big deal, right?
For sure. It's been awesome. It's really, I think some of these Elite Series guys have let go of their ego a little bit the last year and started really asking some questions and wanting to spend some time on the water with me. So that's been cool.
Yeah. Could you imagine life without periscoping now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I enjoyed fishing a lot without it. It hurts me a lot of times. And so I don't hate thinking about going out and dragging or fishing a spot more traditionally than using a live scope. But at the same time, I wouldn't catch as many giant ones as I do now. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's amazing to see that in action, and interesting what you just said. That a lot of people are into this to the periscoping now and really studying it, right? I mean, you've been on it. You've been on the train for a little bit. What's a sneak, man? I want to know different sneaks. I don't even have one, but I know our viewers want to know. There's got to be sneaks about settings. There's got to be sneaks about baits. There's got to be sneaks about fish determination. There's got to be sneaks about tackle that you've developed, man. And I want you to tell.
No, that's just all time on the water, Pat.
Yeah. You've developed it. It's true. You've developed it through time on the water. But here's the thing, man. I want you to tell the Straycast viewers and the MFers here tonight something you ain't ever shared before about this periscoping. Are you ready? Give it. Dude, the dirt. The dirt. I don't care. No bullshit. You said you were going to be honest.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I said I was going to be honest. I didn't say I was going to give up all the juice, Pat.
You said you were going to tell the truth, the whole truth, no, nothing but the truth, so help you, Jah Rastafari. And
I guess if I had to give one thing that makes the biggest difference that really took me to the next level with it was I stopped using it at shooting out 50, 60 feet, and I started panning out to 100 feet. And that's been the biggest thing for me.
Okay.
For sure. I know that seems extremely simple, but a fish at 50, 60 feet these days, and that's at the far end of your live scope, so they're not going to show up quite as well a lot of times. You're not going to be able to tell what kind of species they are a lot of times. But, you can make, depending on how good a caster you are and what bait it is, but I can make a 120-foot cast with a 6-ounce glide bait or a jerk bait or a Texas rig or something. So you can pan that out there further. And the more I started doing that, the more you just get so much more feedback, and you can cover so much more water and find so many more, not even active fish, but just fish in general. And the more, it's just I learn constantly. I process information really quickly on the water. That's why I feel like I can go break down a lot of water and fish a lot of places and have a successful channel where I travel constantly and fish new water. And that's one way that I do it. I don't think I could really pan out further than 100 feet much, maybe do 120 at most. But I always run it at 100 and I cover water, and I'm learning how all those fish are acting to my baits constantly, what species are there, what the bait fish are doing.
Well, how do you know this? Stop. Okay. So that's hold on there a minute, Ben Milliken, slow down. What I'm saying about how fish reacting. Let's take that one first off. When you're fishing for a bed fish and you can kind of tell if it's going to eat or not. You can kind of tell if she gets hot. You know what I mean? Can you do that on the periscope?
Oh, every single fish.
Okay, so what's a fish that's not going to eat? And then what's a fish that's going to eat?
Well, a fish that's not going to eat.
How's that?
There's a lot. That's a pretty that's an expansive category, I guess. But they can do a lot of different things. Some of them, even lately, if it's a really pressure lake, when the bait hits the water, even if they're, this is another thing, we don't give fish credit for how well those lateral lines work. And that's one thing I've learned from watching the periscope that's unbelievable. But I can hit the water with a bait when they're 20 feet below the surface, and it can spook the fish and make them take off sometimes with a big bait or something.
Really?
And if
20 feet down?
Yeah, with like 2 foot visibility in the water.
You're shitting.
Think about that, Pat. No.
Dude, that's insane. And I'm a freaking bank runner pitching a jig. I always tell people, don't make splash casts.
Correct. But at the same time, when the fish are really crunk and getting after it, you can hit the water and a fish can come from 40 feet the other direction. Go check that out. So it goes both directions.
Okay.
Anyways, you see all sorts of crazy stuff, especially down here where I'm fishing these lakes that have giant fish and really fish of all different sizes. You learn so much about every single fish out there, and it is like bed fishing in that they all can be completely different, every single fish.
And you learn about that through electronics. Were you good at video games when you were a kid?
I was, but I didn't make time for them because I wanted to fish and play sports and be outdoors.
Yeah. Like, do you have to be good at video games to be good at the periscope?
I don't think so. No? But hand-eye coordination is huge, and being a good caster is huge too, of a lot of different baits.
How do you judge distance? Okay, that fish is at 70 foot. What's Ben Milliken's method for I need to throw 70 foot? I mean, I know you could tell when it hits the water and watch it go, but like there's got to be something in Ben's mind that says I need to make a 70 foot. What's your calibrate? What's your caliber? Your calibrated
hundreds of thousands of casts.
Okay. So you can do that. You in your head can say, I'm going to make a 40-foot cast.
Yeah. And sometimes, I mean,
it's 4 basketball hoops.
One big thing with these, some of these baits you're throwing on a live scope, like I had this bait that's called the Moby. It's a 15-inch glide bait. It was 14 ounces. And I have it weighted. It usually slow floats, so you can work it down to like 3 feet, and then it floats back up. But Pat, the thing's this fucking big. It's huge. It's incredible. But
the old gym shoe. 15
inches. It's incredible. But
Dennis Rodman.
Exactly. I have it so it slow sinks. And I mean, I've caught fish on that bait when they wouldn't touch anything else, when I had to let the bait sink for like 2 minutes to get down like 10 feet. And then I had to lead the fish, knowing that it's going to take that amount of time to get to them wherever they were swimming towards or wherever the fish were positioned and the school was moving. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of things go into account with how the fish are set up, how fast they're moving, to how fast your bait's going to sink to get to them. If you need to drop, like I said, some of those days where they're just like right on it when it hits the water, when they're really active, those are days you usually want to drop it right on their head at however many feet where the fish are at. And then there's the other days, like I fished last night, and they were so spooky that, I mean, I had to lead them like 40 feet past them and then work the bait to them so they didn't hear the bait.
Isn't that something? And it changes all the time, doesn't it? Like always.
I mean, it changes every hour and stuff. Like it constantly changes, let alone each fishery each day.
That's nuts.
That's wild.
Those
but the good thing
is
you got the feedback then, right?
You got what, Ben?
You get the feedback from the fish. That's the cool thing about it. You're not guessing. You know what's happening.
Yeah, it's and you get that with the periscope more so than any other source of electronics, correct? I mean, you don't get it
on for sure. Yep.
And just think, like, you know, that first Humminbird unit you had with the Miss Pac-Man brush pile at the bottom.
That's right.
And now you're on this, man. Do you use the periscope to find objects and not just fish?
Oh, absolutely.
Is it better than the other sources, like, say, a side imaging feature for that?
I mean, you can't cover water as fast in your trolling motor as side scanning. You can't cover as much. You know, you point your side scan 100 feet out, you can cover 200 feet of water going 7 miles an hour. So, no, you can't cover water as fast, but I catch a lot of fish out of objects that I don't see the actual fish in because they're tight to the object.
All right, well, let's use an example like 360 then. I mean, maybe the side imaging was a bad example, but 360 you can use at that standpoint to find objects. Let's just put it this way. And are you sponsored? You're not sponsored by an electronic company.
Oh no, yeah. I do whatever I want with it.
Right, I thought so. I didn't
though, on my new boat. Yeah.
So if you were going to get, what is it like? If somebody was getting into the game, the deal to have is the periscope, and not that's going to do everything you need, right?
Yeah, almost everything.
If you had to pick one.
Oh yeah, definitely periscope for sure. But yeah, a lot of people I think use it differently than I do. Like they keep their trolling motor pretty straight, or they spot lock on a spot, and so they think 360 is very valuable. And I can understand why it would be if you're stopped in a spot and it's pinging around. But I pan like crazy. I'm constantly right, left, right, left, right, left until I see something that looks like something, and then I'm casting at it. And at that point, I'm moving so fast that the 360 is not going to repopulate in time for me to see anything that I didn't already see with the live scope. So
gotcha. Okay.
The biggest thing for me though, since I did get 360 on, I have found some fish when I was like on top of a spot when I was casting at fish. I was like, where the hell? Why aren't they there? And then it spins around once and I see they're 70 feet behind me the other direction. And then I cast at them. Or it's good for seeing bottom composition, a hard bottom area. Like if you're next to a road bed, you can really see how it lays out on the 360, or bluegill beds, or even bass beds. You can see how those lay out really well on the bottom, which are kind of hard to see on the periscope.
Gotcha. On the periscope, what's the shallowest you ever used it?
You can use it. You do have to dial it in. Like I was saying, I like to run it at 100. I dial it into like 50 or 60 feet if I get under like 5 or 6 feet deep. But it's a lot more successful in greater than 5 feet of water. It's a lot more valuable for sure.
Gotcha. But if you were in the back of a creek in 5 foot of water, maybe not using it for fish, but using it for objects, it might be valuable.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotcha. Do you refine your tackle? Has the periscope made you refine your tackle?
Definitely.
Give me an example.
For better or worse.
Give me an example. Yeah, both. Give me an example of both.
I mean, it works so much better for targeting suspended fish. And so I fish glide baits a lot more, which have a tendency to stall more in the water column. They work slower side to side. They're not like a crankbait or a jig on the bottom or something like that.
Right.
I fish a little I just fish a lot more swim baits, line through swim baits. Jerk bait obviously is extremely valuable bait. And then just a big spoon, of course, too. Anything that you can work more vertically in the water column is very valuable for sure.
So you maybe went from way back to the old days when you were saying when you went outside, you had the bigger baits, and this is just a refinement.
That's right.
Hey, you're a derber, dude. You're a derber at heart. Our boys are going to a lake that treated you well. Mm-hmm. The Elite Series there tomorrow. They're going to battle. The boys are going to battle.
Yeah.
80-something anglers. What do you think of that place?
Well, I thought it was really, really good, but then I talked to all the dudes that have been practicing up there, and it's like been extremely difficult, and I'm just
being
confused
stingy.
by that.
It's being stingy. I saw you there just spanking them.
Yeah, we caught them pretty good, man. We didn't really wail on the big bags. I know, like Fighter and some of them guys caught like 25-pound plus bags when they were there messing around, but. So I wish I could give some more insight on how cool the place was, but it's just not fishing well right now for whatever reason, which sometimes that makes for a lot better tournament anyways. I know a lot of people get kind of worn out by like the St. Lawrence type tournament last time, where it's just like constant fish catches of fish that are ounces apart. This one's going to be a true grinder to even catch a limit, I think, for a lot of guys, which is
That's insane.
Bizarre.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Is that so?
Yeah,
even with the
maybe it'll pick
periscope,
up.
bud. Even with the periscope.
That's what it sounds like. But to go back to that, I'm so happy they're going to Oahe. What an insanely cool place for them to take a tournament. I'm sure Mobridge doesn't offer the same amount of money as a lot of like southeast big cities and stuff like that. So it's cool that they are willing to do that.
You mean like Alabama?
Bass, that is.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't got Boyd out there fun and everything anymore. But but yeah, that lake is incredible. It's bizarre. There's nothing like it unless you fish one of the other lakes on that chain. It's like fishing on the moon. I think Ike described it, because you can run 40 miles down the lake and not see a tree on the bank.
Isn't that nuts?
The guys posting pictures of wild buffalo on the banks from up there. It's so cool to see that. There's so few areas of the world like that anymore.
Matthew skinned a buffalo during practice, and then
did he really?
Yeah, and
Wow.
then he wore its pelt to keep warm at night.
That's smart.
Yeah,
it's a lot cooler up there, you know.
Typical practice night.
Yeah.
On Oahe.
Slow.
You know what I mean? Who's your pick for Oahe?
I don't know how he's doing because I didn't talk to him, but I'm gonna go with Fighter still.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Your boy.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's feeling confident. That kid's. I like his new burst of confidence. I think he might do all right. He might do all right.
He should have confidence everywhere he goes.
Yeah. You know, I
incredible.
Like yeah. You know, he's one of the best anglers in the world. Damn straight. You're a big bass expert too, dude. Like, you have credentials there because, okay, when I was a kid, you probably know who this guy is, Doug Hannon, the bass professor.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So, like, I used to love studying about Doug Hannon and his love affair with the big bass. Like, as dumb as that sounds, like, he loved big bass. I don't remember what the number was of fish over 10 pounds that he had. Like, do you know?
There's a lot.
Yeah, crazy a lot. Like
thousands, right?
Yeah, dude, like nuts, bro. Documented nuts. Like, and this is in Florida, in public waters, and you know, like going crazy places on the St. Johns River and back in bayous and swamps and swimming with fish and alligators and testing how how fish reacted to his sweat and did you know?
I think we talked about that when we met that weekend.
Yeah,
talking about different pheromones the fish gave off, and different people giving off different pheromones made them more apt to catch bigger fish.
Exactly. That was one of our enlightenment sessions. We talked about pheromones and
that's right.
and we discovered that Roland Martin at that period had the most appealing pheromones to big female bass. That's a true story. At that time, Doug Hannon did experiments.
That must have been one of the rules Bass created in his league.
So my question is, dude, like, so seriously, like, how many double digits you got, bud? Like, how many you got?
Oh, like 15 or so, I think now. Nothing crazy.
Yeah,
but
that's still pretty good.
Yeah, I could catch a lot more, that's for sure, if I really focused on it. But the content where you just go out and try to search for one fish a day isn't too
I get it.
applicable to getting views and making a living on social media.
Do you see, like, this is a weird question, but do you see like more 7s or 8s? Are 7s or 8s like a more common size, or are those rares too?
Oh no, they're some of the lakes I fish, they're common for sure. Yep.
So that's like a common Texas size class.
Yeah, I'd say like a 7 in Texas is like a 5 in Nebraska or something like that.
Gotcha.
I don't know what your fish are like there. They're smallmouth.
2.5 pounders are huge here.
The interesting thing I've found though from living down here is I've realized I kind of thought before that the biggest fish in the lake lived more solitude lifestyles and lived by themselves, but a lot of these lakes down here in Texas, the biggest fish in the lake actually will live in schools of like 6 to 20 fish all around that size, and they will use their strength and numbers to overtake bait fish and move around and eat. And you'll see some of these wolf packs blasting around and cast to them, and you'll be like, yeah, I mean, fish that are giant don't school up and group up like that, and then one will eat it, and it's a 12-pounder.
Unreal.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Big bass are crazy, dude.
They are, for sure.
They're absolutely bonkers. Hey, I'm having a good time, but we're going way over. We got to do this again. Yeah, no, you got to come back on again sometime. Like
Let's do it.
Yeah, we should. You know how like when Johnny Carson show or David Letterman? Yeah. Like sometimes they go on vacation and have guest hosts. I want you to be a straight cast guest host. Okay.
Deal.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna do a whole show by yourself one time, and then I don't even have to do anything. I'm just going bassing. Okay.
Absolutely.
With a periscope.
You gonna ship Ninja down here? Or do I come up there?
No, he's going with you because he wants to jack some 10s.
Deal.
And then I'm going to DiCaprio's Island to have fun. So you guys do your thing. You guys do your thing. But let's get serious for our last segment of the show.
Okay.
Okay. Like Ginge, you got any Save the Puppies music? I would like Save the Puppies music. Yes. Yes. You hear it, Ben?
I hear it. Let's go.
Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it?
No.
You gonna?
Not at all.
Are you gonna tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you.
Oh man,
Bass.
let's do it.
Do you have any regrets? Regrets in angling? Is there any regrets in your angling career?
No, I don't.
Good answer.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's like real that there's no regrets. It's not like people that get the tattoo that says no regrets and they spell it wrong. You know, I mean, it's real.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever see that,
No,
Ben?
I don't at all, man. I'm so proud of every step along the journey, and I'm excited to see what'll come even further.
You feel you've done it your way.
100%, man.
See what we're talking about? Could you have been a Guggen if you wanted to be a Guggen? Like, was that a thing? Was that on the table?
Yeah, I've turned that down like 3 times now. Yep.
Like, how do you turn down being a Guggen? Like, what is, like, so, like, I don't know. They, like, send a bunch of people over, buy you a fancy dinner, and take you out, and be like, we want to make you a Guggen? Is it like...
every situation was very different, but more or less, I just said that I was not interested, or it just, talks didn't go any further.
Yeah. And you know, again, like, there's different types of YouTubers. You could have went the Guggen path. What if you would have done that?
I was about to, and way back, but I felt like that was I wanted to work harder and do it myself than to just not have to work as hard or just be big because of their name. I wanted to do it on my own, and I didn't really stand for a lot of the stuff that I saw happening, that a lot of the people that don't necessarily in the public see happening with that group of people.
Yeah, and again, like, I have to say that God bless that whole thing. What a success they made for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in that whole organization, and continue to make in many ways. But, like, I think it's wild that you, for some reason, decided not to take that path. Like, it seemed like maybe it would have been the logical thing for Ben Milliken to do, but something told you not to do it at that time, at a vulnerable time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. That was back. The only reason I considered anything like that was it was before my channel had really grown and taken off, and I had no idea if I was going to be able to make a living doing this. But I really started to get an idea of what that brand stood for, and maybe the way that some of the individuals treated the industry and people in the industry and the professional anglers in the industry. And I felt like I had more respect for it than to do that myself. And so I went my own route, and I had nothing against them or anything, but it just didn't make sense to me business-wise to do that.
Yeah,
I'm a lot happier that I didn't, that's for sure.
I got to tell you that I asked this question again just because I find it very intriguing. And I never really talked to you about that. Like, I asked you, I asked you before if you were ever a Guggen, and you told me no. That was the extent of it. And that's just me asking. I'm like, hey, when I met you, I'm like, hey, were you a Guggen or something? You know, that's just me being in South Chicago Jagoff. That's all that is. But I mean, and again, the fact, everyone finds their there in bass fishing. The Guggens found their there. That's what they did to find. They wanted to be in the fishing industry, and they found a way. Ben Milliken wanted to find his way in the fishing industry, and he did it. But it's interesting that there's so many people, like, at that time. And that's the fascinating point. I got to tell all the Guggens again, I'm not picking on. I don't even know what the hell's going on there. But I just found it very interesting that at that point of your life, you did not pick that path. That's
and all 3 opportunities have been at different parts of my career. One was not that long ago, but yep.
Well, no, and again, just an interesting way to do it. So let me ask you this question: what was the first lesson that you ever learned in the fishing industry, and tell me the last lesson that you learned in the fishing industry? Couple life lessons. Give me 2 of them.
Life lessons.
Yeah, in the fishing industry. A couple lessons you learned.
Oh, man. That's tough, Pat.
I know.
I think one of the biggest lessons I learned that has made me be successful business-wise is to not accept small offers from companies and demand more, and I guess just basically telling brands that you are more valuable until the right one comes along, and really to align yourself with the right companies that are growing on the same path as you or have the same visions as you.
Yeah. Because
there's a lot of random money that gets tossed around that's not really sustainable in the fishing industry. I learned quickly that it's better to align yourself with someone long-term than the short-term financial gains. And you really should. And Ike talks about it all the time too. I don't mean to keep bringing him up. I got a lot of respect for the guy though.
No, he's a good businessman.
Absolutely. He says that all the time, not to take those tiny deals with companies that don't know anything about you have no relationship with, and instead look for more, ask for more, to bring more value, and then work your ass off to give them that value.
That's
a big thing. Yeah. That's held true every single day since I started a career in this industry.
So maybe not always take the quick cash.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
For the TikTok video.
Or the TikTok video. That's right.
Hey, Ben, dude, it's been a good time with you, bud. Like,
absolutely, man.
Yeah, and we look forward to many more YouTube videos with you and the whole fam, and everything going on there, dude. I gotta ask before we go if you have. Oh, also you got to give Benny a prize winner, Ginge. Text him
a prize winner, Ginge.
Yeah, text him a prize winner for the Milliken prize pack so he can announce the name on that. And I got to ask you this while Ginge is getting that taken care of. You got to have a message for the Bass Galaxy from you, Ben Milliken, addressing the Bass Galaxy as the king of YouTube. You're the
okay.
Yeah, you're the
your winner of the giveaway of the unreleased swim bait, which I probably will get in trouble for giving people, and for the Waterland sunglasses is Ginge. Hit me with some music.
See, he's already practicing for his guest host spot. I like it. I love it. He's Ginge has got the wrong name. I don't know what you're saying, Ginge. Is it John Papadopoulos? What's the kid's name? What's the kid's name from Vacation when he gives the wrong name? Papa Giorgio.
I got the right John Papa Giorgio.
Is it John Papa Giorgio? There it is. There it is.
Coming at you. The winner is Derek Easton.
Derek Easton, come on down. He won the Ben Milliken Secret Swim Bait and the Waterloo ABBA Will Ferrell Signature Series sunglasses, which is pretty cool. So, Ben, thanks. Dude, when are you going bassing? Tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to wait till tomorrow, I think.
Yeah? See, you got to go into the recording studio and cut some vocal tracks tomorrow, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
For some death metal screams tomorrow.
Done.
Dude, I literally have so much stuff that I did not even get to you, so you got to come back on the show if you could see all that.
Is there an after-hours show? I'll come back on at like midnight?
Yeah, let's do that. You wanna? Aaron's buddy Garen's in town, and so is Ginge. I'll call some other people over, and we'll have a good old time. You know what I mean?
I'll meet you at Oahe. We'll do a live show.
A live Oahe show.
See you in 23 hours.
I might be able to budget that. Let's see what we can do. How far of a drive is it for you?
Yeah, it's like 22, 23 hours or something.
Let's get that together. Let's get that together. I'm glad I didn't go with you when you invited me there that other time because I would have got COVIDs from you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, Cody Meyer's coming on next. And
I was going to say, give Cody a shout out. I want to do some Periscope with him out west. He's fished a couple places that we went out to out in the Idaho region.
Yeah, dude, he caught Choo-Choo, Snoogan, Fatty Magoo world record spot for a few days. He did.
I know he did.
Yeah, well, yeah. All right, bud. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'll see you soon for some bassing. And we'll have you back on this Stray Cast show. Thanks, MFers that tuned in tonight, too. Appreciate you as well. Put the power poles down. Yeah, I'm going to take a break, dude. And I'll be right back with Cody Meyer and Brad Leuthner into the Great Wide Opens. Peace. Peace, Benny. Peace, Bass Galaxy. Be right back.
Peace, dude.
Step up your game. It has been said that professionals are only as good as the tools they work with, and Alpha Angler has developed the ultimate set of tools for you, the competitive angler. Alpha Angler custom rods, brought to fruition by the passion of master craftsman Jake Boomer and 2017 BASS Angler of the Year Brandon Palaniuk. Alpha Angler rods are custom made in the USA, designed and engineered to be perfect. Alpha Angler utilizes a very unconventional approach to making the very best bass rods, from drop shotting to flipping. Alpha Angler's focus is on building perfectly balanced tournament-grade bass rods at an affordable price. Join the Alphalution today and purchase direct at alphaangler.com. Step up your game. alphaangler.com.
As a professional angler, I rely on my equipment to be successful on the water, and my eyewear is no exception. Oh, yep, good one. 6-pounder, 7-pounder. From daylight till dark, every single day of my life. In the truck, on the water. My Amphibia eye gear provide 100% polarized protection. They're ANSI safety rated for impact, and best of all, they float.
Hello.
What's going on, man?
Not much.
Cool. Is that everything good? You can hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
Welcome back. There it is. All right, now we're back. This is the glorified version of a Bass and Talk show. And I'm your host, Pat Renwick, and this is a once-a-month segment that we have here on Straightcast, co-hosted by Brad Leuthner. It's called Into the Great Wide Bass Opens. And tonight we got Brad here and my buddy Bass and Badass, Cody Meyer. Give it up for Cody and Brad Leuthner. Hell yeah. Welcome back to the Straightcast show, Code. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you guys. You know, the last time I was just thinking about it, I was somewhere in the middle of, I think, Wyoming when we did this show last or something. So, yeah, finally got home. You caught me on a perfect day. Just got home a couple hours ago. So we're here, man.
Are you in a greenhouse or a tent or something? What are you in? I can't. What is
yeah,
that?
I'm in a greenhouse. No, this is the, this is the backyard. I got the kids inside going crazy. I figured we got some window view here just to look out. So yeah, man.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Nice view, and I like.
Thank you.
I like the sim shirt. Like not
Dude,
a
this shirt, rad.
Yeah, not a sim sales pitch, but a sales pitch. Like that particular shirt that you have on right now is so soft, it's ridiculous, right?
It is,
right.
man.
Prove me wrong.
It's like wearing underwear. Dude, this thing's incredible.
It's like wearing underwear on your chest, Cody. You know what I mean?
Man, like a fresh shave is what it feels like.
Cody, you are a professional bass angler for many, many years. That is no secret around these parts. You are currently an MLF professional, and you are also on a quest for the Bassmaster Elites, and you're fishing the Great Wide Bassmaster Opens, and you're doing pretty well, Code. Isn't he, Brad? Isn't he doing good, Brad?
He is doing absolutely awesome. I think he's sitting right on the ball. He's right there.
Heck yeah. How you feeling, Code?
You know, I'm feeling good, man. It's crazy. I talked to Brad a little bit yesterday, but you know, like I say, I've done this for a long time. I've, started up, of course, grew up in Northern California. I fished some opens back in, I want to say like 2005-ish is the last time Bassmaster was out there. And, I've never fished. This will be in a couple weeks when I go to the Chesapeake Bay. I've never fished a set of opens in my whole life, the whole series. So never done 3 in 1 year. This will be the first time doing it. And it's exciting. Last year I did, of course, the BPT and the Pro Circuit, which is like the old FLW Tour.
Yeah.
And
you were double dipping, the old way.
Yeah. I love doing that many tournaments. So I didn't do the Pro Circuit this year, and I'm so glad I jumped in the Opens this year. So I just want to fish, man. Like I need more tournaments to fish, and I kind of wish this last Open was like this week so I can just keep going because you're out there, you're fishing, you're feeling good. And then you come home and you cool down for a couple weeks. It's like, man, let's just go. Let's just do this thing.
You got to fish with a purpose.
You got to fish with a purpose.
You got to fish with a purpose. Our friend told me that. Yeah. Mutual friend of ours. All three of ours. Mutual friend. Says you got to fish with a purpose. You know what I mean?
You got to fish with the purpose.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. You know who that wise prophet is. Think about it.
I'm thinking Seth Fighter.
Yeah, that's who said it. You got to fish with a purpose.
It could be Matt Robertson.
Oh, goodness gracious. No, he just said, you got to fish with a purpose.
I'm on this group chat, and I know I shouldn't call him out right now. Dude, that dude's a nice guy. And I'm on this group chat with Seth, Corey, Chris, all the Canadians, and there's a video that I just shake my head at. He's running around in his underwear.
Yeah.
His underwear got stained.
Yes.
It's like, whew.
Oh, thank God it was just that video. I thought you were going to say something else.
No, there's some other videos too. That's with a purpose right there.
Yeah, that's fishing with a purpose. That's a special purpose right there.
Absolutely, man. But no, that's a good way to look at it. You got to do it. You got to get with the purpose and go out there.
So is your purpose to qualify for the Elite Series?
Yeah, I would say for sure. I want to do like the whole John Cox thing.
Nice. I like two tour deals.
Yeah, I
makes good anglers.
I agree. I've never fished Bassmaster. I would love to make a Bassmaster Classic. Growing up as a kid, that was always my dream for sure. Never done one. Never even had an opportunity to make one other than if you win one of these Opens. So I think before I'm done, when I'm not going to be done for a long time, hopefully. But I would like to say, man, I've competed at all of them, right? Like Forest Wood Cup, Red Crest, definitely in the Classic. Dude, you go in that Classic, and it's just like, it's mind-boggling how amazing it is. So I would like to do that, and I would like to see some of my old buddies too, man, for sure, Gussie and stuff like that.
Heck yeah, I think that's where you that'd be a good time for you, bud. And I do admire the two. I do believe we need one tour in order to maintain credibility as a professional sport. But I do admire two tour anglers. I think that's badass. But we should have one league that's fishing that many tournaments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember last time we were on here, and Brian Robinson, he said the same thing, and it's like, I thought about that during that time. That was last year, and it's like, yeah, you're right. There's one NFL, there's one NBA, There's
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
it
you
would
know what
be,
else? There's one Bass Opens.
there's
And-
one great wide open.
Yeah, there's one Great Wide Bass Opens, and both of you cats right here are in it to win it. Brad, what do you got going? What do you got for Cody here? Hit this guy with some open angler stuff. You know what I mean?
Hit me, man.
Yeah,
hit me. Yeah.
Hit me, baby.
Well, the biggest question to you is so I've never fished like MLF or FLW, any of the big circuits. What's the difference between the two?
Oh boy, I'll tell you, the opens are tough. Here's the difference to me. You know, for one, you got co-anglers, and you have 200 plus boats. You know, every open I've ever been, there's been 200, 250 boats. That is like really, really hard because anything obvious is going to get destroyed. So just destroyed. And, you know, for me, I'm not a big practice guy. Like I like to show up, kind of have an idea, really figure it out during the tournament. So funny story for you, a buddy of mine from Idaho, I show up to the James River. I showed up on a Tuesday. We have Tuesday, then half a day Wednesday. And I see him at the gas station and he goes, man, how's fishing been? And this is the open this year in Virginia. And I said, dude, I have no clue. I'm literally just getting here. He goes, dude, I've been here for 3 weeks. And I said, 3 weeks. Like, I don't know how, but
set up residency.
I'll tell you the biggest difference. I think the opens have tons of anglers. You're going back to having a co-angler, which is tough because you want that co-angler to catch fish. You just don't want them to catch fish that you need for that day or the following day or days. And then the practice is so hard. I truly feel like guys they can practice way too much. They can go out there. What you found 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, it rarely is going to work come tournament time. And you're so hung on that. And I think that's probably the biggest difference. And I've told some guys too, you know, if your plan is to make the elite someday, you know, you got to get there first. I know that, but man, you don't have those 2 week periods to practice. Like you got a couple days and it's go time. So
that keeps you fresh though,
tough.
too, don't it, Code? Don't that kind of keep you on your toes, bud? Like,
are you at it? Yeah.
I mean,
with the non-practice, the shorter practice?
Yeah.
I think so. I think you look at it. My whole career, you know, I've been consistent and I just want to have an idea like this is an area that's good. And then you go there with an open mind during the tournament and you throw all this stuff and eventually something's going to stick against the wall. And you figure it out that day. And like a prime example, back to the James River, the first day, you know, obviously I didn't have much going on. I caught 12 pounds. I ran way up the Chickahominy and fished stuff that I had fished, you know, back in 2013. Right. So really dumb. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking there, but I caught 12
You were
pounds
thinking there was going to be like 25 pounds there.
I was thinking there was going to be some mongos swimming around. Yeah. I saw a few in practice in that day and a half that I didn't catch. I could actually see them. But so I'm 110th or something like that. The next day I go out and I'm like, all right, we're going somewhere I've never been before and we're going to have fun. And hopefully we make the right decision. I start by the ramp, fish around, catch a few, end up going up in this creek, never been there before. And it was just like, you become more natural. Like, okay, naturally, let's see what's in front of us and fish the moment, fish what you got. And I had 18 pounds. And so I made a huge comeback. And Oneida, I would say, is the same way. Now, I went to Oneida with the plans of fishing about 3 days. I ripped my lower unit off, so I had to get that fixed. And so I got 1 day of practice. I literally never made a cast, just idled. I made a couple casts, so that's a lie, but we're talking 20 casts here. And idled, marked a ton of rock. Day one, I had to feel it out, caught 16 pounds. Day two, I struggled so bad. I had 2 bass at 3 o'clock. There were 2 3.5 pounders. I had a 4 o'clock check-in. I went to like the last resort that I idled. And and I ended up catching three of them that were 4+ pounders and had the biggest bag of the day. So
Hell yeah.
I definitely think it keeps you fresh. I got a little lucky there, to be honest, but we'll take it. And the difference, like you say, when you're there for 2 weeks, that you have so much stuff. There's so many things going on in your mind that could actually hurt you big time. The co-anglers, it's hard to deal with, and the boats, the 250 boats, dude, the opens are super, super hard. And you're getting your best shot from every local. I mean, if I lived on that lake, you're fishing it because if you win, you make the Bassmaster Classic, something that could change your life. So
yeah, damn straight,
you're getting every shot from every local. It makes it like so hard. I'm serious. I told Brad this, but like you fish the FLW Tour, it's actually easier than fishing some of them opens. I mean, I'm serious. Or, I mean, I wouldn't go there with the Bass Pro Tour, but some of the guys, because, and those guys are unbelievable fishermen, but they get 2 days. Most of them never seen the lake. So you're fishing against talent, but like the local guys, man, it's hard to beat them dudes for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt about it. Hey, so plain and simple, Cody, where do you got to do to make the elites? Where you at? Like, what do you got to do?
So I'm in fourth. I really don't know. I thought I heard they take the top three. Right. And now there's one elite guy in there. So do they go down? I'm not sure. But I feel like I got a top 10, man. I mean, those dudes are going to catch them. They're there right now practicing, I'm sure. And I mean, I'm not wrong, right?
No, you're so. I just love how you said it. It was beautiful.
Hey, I talked to a kid. This is no joke. After Oneida, and he was going straight there. Dude, that's 6 weeks of practice.
Is he micro tracking them or something? Like what?
I don't know, man. Like,
well, I got 17 schools. I don't know which one to hit.
Which one to start.
Yeah,
but I feel like a top 10, hopefully they go down. Definitely need some help. It's going to be tough. Guys are going to catch them with some luck. Maybe I catch them and squeeze in there.
Yeah. Heck yeah, we're hoping for you too. Brad,
thank you, man.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Chesapeake or no?
No, I've never seen it, but never seen it. I love fishing the Potomac River, and it's below the Potomac. I've always had great success there. And then I like fishing the James too. I like the tidal. Grew up on the California Delta, so I do like that. But let's be honest, we're going at like the toughest time of the year in that part of the country. So I know the fishing is going to be tough. Definitely fishing for 5. I heard the Potomac, the Chesapeake has got some big ones in there, but it's just, they live on the community stuff, the flats, stuff like that. So we'll see. I'm actually going to go for a couple days and check it out, man. So hopefully could get a good grasp on it and figure something out and catch some bass.
Yeah. When was the Aaron Martin's Derb there? What was that part of the year?
I think that was in May.
Was that a springer? Yeah.
Yeah, it was spring. He blasted him. I know he made a long run. Gosh, I remember him catching him under that marina dock.
Yeah, and the spinner baits.
Man, right? Isn't that crazy? Like Aaron's the guy that could bring back a spinnerbait, right? So
right.
He did. And I think that was in May. I know this time of the year, like the Potomac, man, it gets awfully tough to catch some big ones and catch numbers. And that's kind of when we're going. I've been to the Potomac in the end of August, and I'm like, is there bass living in here? So I'm assuming it's going to be like that. And there you go with the locals. I'm sure they have one log you can pitch a Senko on and catch one, or chatterbait. And so we got to find some of that and catch 5 big ones a day.
Heck yeah, bud. Where are you at, Brad?
I think like 20th. I kind of had a motor malfunction night, but I'm doing all 9 next year. That's where I'm at.
Okay, I gotcha.
And Brad and I talked about this. I honestly think doing all 9, if you were to do all 9, you have a better chance at making it. Like a good angler can survive that marathon of the 9, right? Where 3 is like, it's a sprint, and there's not one day you can mess up or you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Like if you bring in 3 bass one day,
it's a home run derby.
Big, if you bring in 3 bass one day, there ain't no way you can make it. And if you do a 9, you could still make it, because you have so many opportunities. And plus, dude, I'm telling you, if you can make it out of 9 and stuff, you're a good fisherman, because 250 boat fields are insanely huge. And you think of like the Bass Pro Tour I fished, there's only 40 guys in the water at the most. The elites right now, there's 100, right? And
80 something, yeah.
80 something.
Yeah.
So you're talking some of these fields, you triple that. And so if you have one spot you want to fish, like a pipe that's draining in the lake, you're never getting that.
Yeah. It's getting eaten. It's getting
eaten. So
yeah.
So it takes some serious, like, you got to look for stuff that looks pretty bad, and hopefully they get pressured off the good stuff and go there.
Good plan.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with anyways. It worked at Oneida. I fished the ugliest strip, and there's 4-pounders swimming in that strip, and I'm like,
right to you.
Dude, these fish, they would never be there. They're not there right now. They're on the good stuff right now. But after getting live scope, they went over here, and I caught 3 of them.
So if you are, God forbid you don't top 10 code.
Yeah.
You're on the 9 then? You're going to the 9 next year?
I just have to see, really. It's gosh, man, I've been asked. I've talked to guys that are doing it. I won't say any names right now, but it's so hard. I just, I would like to say I would love to do it, but I got to see with just how everything unfolds, sponsor obligation wise. That.
Yeah, sure. But don't you think as a business move, you could cash checks?
Yeah, I definitely do.
Yeah.
I was looking at Pat's face going, wait, hold on. How do I respond to this? No, I definitely do. I heard they're making some changes too to make it more appealing, maybe. And I definitely think I can cash some checks. They, if you do good, they pay decent for sure.
Yeah.
And man, I would love to say I'm all in. I want to just see how everything goes, and
I think you could do
10.
Yeah, exactly. Let's take it one day at a time. One step at
exactly.
a time, and then we'll have you on the next show either as elite angler or a guy in the 9, or me convincing you to be guy
let's
in
do
the 9.
that. Let's go to the recap.
Yes.
In middle of September here.
It's the Cody Meyer recap show.
The Cody Meyer wide open recap.
Yeah.
What's going on? Hey, by the time, if you do this segment in a month, we'll have known all the answers
for real, Brad. Yeah. I mean, got see, because Brad's the host. I need Brad to blossom. You know what I mean, Cody?
Yeah.
I need Brad to blossom more of this.
Yes.
I want more Brad, because I just like hearing you talk, Brad. I do. I'll be honest. That's why I have you here.
Well, that's
if you did it, you'd be fired.
Yes. Andy, fire him.
Yes. Yes.
Brad, I mean, you guys are both out there in the grit. You're in the opens grit, Cody's on a double tour grit. You're both out in the open grit. Talk to me, man. Like talk opens grit with Cody. Like pretend you guys are having a chew tobacco on the front porch. You know what I mean?
We're in a rocking chair.
In rocking chairs.
Going.
Yeah. What's that, Bubs?
I'd be asking him where he's fishing. He seems pretty good.
Oh, man.
He's trying to worm information out of you, Cody. You see how you're chewing tobacco on the front porch with Brad Leuthner, and he could ask Cody Meyer, one of the most amazing anglers in the world, anyway. He just says, "Where are you going? Where are you going?
Where are you going?
Where are you going first, bud?"
I feel like that's what everyone would ask me.
That's probably right.
Oh, that's funny. And I remember. So my idol growing up has always been Aaron Martin's. Like growing up in California, seeing this dude, like it was unbelievable. And I remember the first time I sat down, and I talked to him, I met him, cool as can be. We're at Lake Conroe, Texas. Finally get to fish against him. You know, I did growing up, but as like an adult or whatever on some kind of tour. And I remember sitting there going, "Hey man, like, what worms do you throw with your drop shot?" And I thought, what the hell did I ask that? Because I know the answer. It's a robo worm. You know? And he was like, "Bro, I only throw robo worms." I'm like,
worms,
yeah, I know. But I asked it, so I got it out there that it was good.
It's like when Farley interviewed McCartney, and he's like, "Remember when you were in the Beatles?"
Yeah. Remember in the Beatles? Yeah. I'll tell you though, them opens, like Brad and I talked briefly, man, it is in the battle trenches, the grit. I mean, I feel like if you can make it out of there alive, I don't want to say it's going to get easier, but man, like smaller field, no co-angler. Dude, going back to a co-angler in itself is really tough. I mean, because that dude's casting, and you want that guy to catch some bass for sure. Because
but you want to catch more.
Too.
You want to
catch more and bigger ones.
You want to catch more than Brad. You want to catch more than everyone else competing. That's what makes this opens thing a catch 44, as they would say.
Yeah.
You know, you can't look a gift horse in the mouth with this thing, because the fact of the matter is, no matter what, everybody's out to get each other, but you're still friends. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird?
It is very weird. And I promise you that a co-angler will change the outcome of somebody making it, somebody not, because one dude will catch 5-pounder in a couple weeks here, and that guy might have made it, he might have not, or it could have already happened. It happened somewhere. So there's so many things, so many moving parts with these. And like I say, I grew up, I fished as a co-angler on the West Coast, and then I haven't had one for a while, and you go back and you're like, dude, it's a different thing. And then just the boats and the practice, man, those opens are brutal. I mean, they really are tough. Like it's tougher than I thought going into them. I fished 2 of them one year, then I just didn't fish the last one, and I was actually doing good in the points. I was in like maybe 10th or something, but who knows why I didn't go. But it's really hard because there's so many moving parts, and just the amount of boats, the sheer amount of boats is unbelievable, Pat. I mean, it is, right, Brad? You go out there and you're like, I just remember, I don't know, I had going, okay, I want to go here, 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 here. I'm like, good. All right, we'll get like pick number 15 on where I want to start here.
And they're absolutely ruthless too. They're
ruthless.
Yeah,
yes.
They'll drive right up to you. They're not all proper bassmen, Pat.
They're not, huh? They're not. Hey, but speaking of proper bassmen, you know who should be everyone's co-angler is James Watson. Like if everyone had James Watson as a co-angler, it'd just be nonstop chatter and a good time for everybody. Now, here's a little known fact about Cody Meyer. A lot of people know it. A lot of people don't know it, but you are responsible for naming James MFW Worldwide, right?
Yep.
And
I am.
The MF stands for what?
Mother trucker.
Mother. Yeah. Well, that would be a T. Well,
Well,
Martian franchise. Yes.
Yeah, we'll leave that to the imagination here.
Yes, I got you. No, so you're responsible for that.
I am. We were sitting there. James knows where we were. I don't know, but I just randomly said, "What's up, James?" MFW. And then I said, "Worldwide." And he looked at me. You should have seen the look in his face. He was like, gosh, damn, I'm gonna use that.
That's like the
And I'm
Angels
like,
were singing, weren't they? The skies parted.
Yeah. Next thing I know, he's got this worldwide hat on and it says JMFW on his back.
You started the franchise. So how much you get a month from that then, Code?
I have to pay him, I believe. No, I got a cold beer one time when I stayed at his house.
Hey,
but
better than a lot of people from James MF Worldwide Watson.
Yes. Who else? I know Andy Morgan. I started calling him the GOAT years ago. Heck, he's got a GOAT. We had this crazy Angler of the Year battle. He won, and I got second. And on stage, I said, dude, he's the dang GOAT. People looked at me, and greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And now he's got a rod that's labeled as the GOAT.
And you're not getting shit for any of this.
No,
not even
man.
props. They're not even like, yeah, I mean, every once in a while, Watson will tell the story. And maybe Andy Morgan talks about the GOAT, but you're not getting none. The wife and the kids need this money. Gosh dang it.
I didn't even get a hug or a handshake from this. Isn't that embarrassing?
Unreal.
Unreal. And then I get hit up for me to give them evergreen jackhammers. So there you go.
Yeah.
You got them jackhammers for me, boy?
Hey, you get them Tackle Warehouse exclusive colors by any chance?
Yeah, man. Can you please give me some?
Can you please give me some of those? Brad, how we doing over there? What's on the agenda for this Opens thing?
Catch 5 huge bass and survive. I heard it's kind of treacherous up there. Gets real windy, real shallow. You got the tide going in and out. And I don't know. Go catch some bass and make a top 10. The great thing about the last one of the year, there's a live camera if you make the top 10, which is always good for you.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I go straight from that into a BPT on Mille Lacs, and it's going to be a little haul for me, but I know you could fly out there and I could just drive the boats in tandem back home.
Yeah, double haul them.
Boat up.
I could double haul them back.
Double haul them out. I heard the same though. It's treacherous. The tides drop like 3 foot, which is higher, more than the Potomac. But I guess because it's further north, not by much, but did any of those places you go, you start running them tidal, river systems, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're in 6 inches of water running this flat, and you're like, oh gosh. So some stuff's going to get tore up there. I think, like you say, that it's going to be hard to catch them for sure. It's going to be hard to catch 5. It is at the Potomac anyways, just because of the time of the year, but it sounds like there's some big ones, so at least maybe we get to pull on a few big ones, hopefully.
And most of the people tearing their stuff up are going to be the guys that have already been there for 2 weeks, Code.
Yeah, I know. I'm probably doing it on tournament day because I won't know. But no, it's like I say, there's dudes right now out there. They just got in going to Applebee's for dinner. But yeah. Hey, Brad, I'll tell you this. The vibe is different too, huh? Like, the vibe, like, dude, it's game face time when you go in that meeting and stuff and the Opens. I looked around at the first couple and I'm like, it wasn't a meeting, just registration. I'm like, dang, dude, no one even wants to say hi here. They're just like, it's straight business, man.
It's all blood, dude.
Dude, it's blood sport.
Yeah.
Remember that movie?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Dude, Chung Lee's in the building, man, ready to take it down, dude.
Yeah, and we were talking earlier about the Anchorman fight. It's like the Anchorman fight, too. Or Death Race 2000. Remember Death Race 2000?
Yeah.
That's a cult. Like, they were just killing each other left and right.
It's crazy. I feel like it's a different vibe. Like, coming out of FLW for however many years, everyone's just like, man, yeah, you want my spot? It's fine. It's cool, dude. Just buy me a here it's like, holy cow.
Yeah,
dude.
Brad, you do good over there.
Yeah, I'm like the easy, mellow guy. I run down the lake. There's a dude on my hole. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll go to the next one. This one's like, dude, guys are full throttle in practice, pinning it, man. So
it is blood sport. You kind of nailed that.
Yeah, but no, it's good, man. I'm glad we're doing it. I'm glad to have met Brad through this deal, and hopefully we go up there and smash them and catch them up. And yeah, man, you never know.
Heck yeah. And dude, we seriously would love to have you on in another month as an Elite Series angler.
Scheduled up, man. Yeah, scheduled. Well, I don't want to say what I'll be, but I'll at least could give you a recap if I ripped off my lower unit and dented my prop and caught one on a chatterbait
and beat the hell out of somebody that's been there for 2 weeks because they were on.
Hey, guaranteed if you went to that parking lot tomorrow, and that tournament's what, 3 weeks from now?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
There would be minimum of probably 40 guys. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, it's
it's absolutely insane.
With Applebee's leftovers in the dash.
Yeah, maybe just exactly.
Maybe
some
Cracker
Wawa
Barrel.
coffee.
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel.
Maybe Cracker Barrel.
But it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Like I say, I wish it was this week. And just because I fished what's it called? Oneida did well, then went to Cayuga and did well. And I was, you're in a rhythm, ready to go. And then, but it's nice to come home. But yeah, it's a home stretch for me regardless. Got a couple more tournaments and head home for the year, which is always exciting. And I'm one of those guys, I don't hunt anymore. I used to, but I fish all fall. So it'll be awesome to be home with the buddies, doing the little Tuesday nighters and catching giant smallmouth and big spots and seeing everyone.
Milliken was on right before you, and he wants to go chasing some of them giant spots with you with the periscope.
Yeah. Hey, that's like John Cox. I saw him at Champlain last week. We were coming through, and he's like, "Hey, man, you got the you got that thing on the front of your boat that like you can see out in front of you?" I'm like, "John, you know what that is, man. It's forward-facing sonar stuff," but he doesn't have it. But yeah, no, I can't wait to do that. I know he fished a big smallmouth lake earlier this year, or maybe it was last year, and them big spots. Anymore, you cannot catch one if you're not looking at them with livescope. They are so pressured. And you got to set that deal out to like 120 foot because they get 80 feet away and you pitch at them. They're so far gone. It's unreal.
Yeah, that's what Benny was just saying, 100 foot.
Yeah, 100, 120. It's nuts. I mean, it's changed the way we've all done it. But I wish that stuff never came out personally, just because we did that stuff growing up, but you just couldn't see them. But you kind of had an idea where they'd be. And now it's anyone can do it. It makes it so much easier.
Not just pinpoint them. You were just throwing Westy worms at them as a little kid.
Dude, we were, right? You remember that thing? Hey, you know what's so funny is so at Lake of the Ozarks this year, I'm not kidding. I was thinking, going down the bank, I was throwing a Cinco and like a methylate worm, stuff like that. Gagliardi comes around and he's got like this 9-inch methylate, like Westy worm. And he goes, "Do you know what a Westy worm is?" I'm like, growing up, that's all we used to drop, man.
That's right.
The dang Westy worm. And so you could ask Justin Lucas if you ever did him on the show. But when he was a co-angler, I used to literally take like a darter head, put a 6-inch worm, and then run a Palmar knot to a leader and put a number 4 hook in the tail like a Westy worm.
Yeah.
And Lucas, dude, he can do no wrong in life. He hooks like a big one. I don't remember what it was. It was a 5-pounder or what, big spot. And he has it hooked in the lip with a dart head. All of a sudden, dong, comes out, and that little hook comes up and hooks it in the top of the head.
Of course.
He saw the whole thing, and he gets it in. He wins a tournament. Wow. So, yeah, the old Westy worm, man. That's
I don't know why that popped in my brain. For some reason, it did. I don't know. Yeah, who was that guy? What was
Westy?
his name?
I don't know. John Murray, I think, man.
John Murray was the first one to use it, and then there was some other California dude. What the hell was his name?
Dude, Don Iavino.
He was on that Westy worm, too.
That was the deal. Just Google this old Westie worm. It is uglier than sin. Whatever reason, they never bit the front hook. It was always the back.
Yeah.
And they bit it though. Like it. Remember brass and glass and doodling and stuff?
Oh yeah, all that shit.
That's how I got my start. But that Westie worm, them spots, I think because the colors are so ugly, they just bit it out of like anger,
dude.
And you would catch them on that thing, man.
Brad, you know what we're talking about? You remember the Westie? Did you ever read about that or what?
No,
yeah.
I'm learning something right now.
It's like,
oh boy.
So as Cody was describing it, it was a weird shaped jig head on a oddly colored worms with stinger hooks on them.
Built into the worms.
Built into the worms.
But do you use it for walleye fishing?
It does look like a walleye bait.
Dude,
You're right.
It does. It would take a bite for a walleye, man.
Could they use it for moon eyeing, dude? Could it be a moon eyer these days?
I don't even know what that is, but yeah.
That's what. Hey. So on that group text with the Canadians, put on there, what is moon eyeing?
What is moon eyeing?
Yes, put that on the group text, and they'll be like, "You're a dummy, Cody." That's what they're gonna say.
I'll definitely say that. Yeah, I don't know.
No, it's that thing Gussie does. You know how Gussie won the Tennessee River on the moon eye on the whatever you call that.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's what we did with it, basically.
Yeah, you could moon eye with the Westie.
Yeah. You know, the only dude I guarantee that has them is John Murray. I guarantee you he has one because he'll post on Instagram. And I love seeing it. Like John Murray growing up. I mean, heck, when I was in high school, he was the man. Like he won 40 or 50 bass boats in his career. And on the West Coast, like him and Aaron Martins. Well, anyways, he'll post like every couple weeks about some old plugs or something that are from the 70s. And you're like, oh, yeah, I remember that thing. And he's the only one that has them still. And I doubt he throws them, but it's cool to see him for sure.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Hey, well, I had a good time with you guys. And I want to and I want to have you back as a checkup. A little checkup visit. Yeah.
Checkup.
Yeah, let's do the old dentist checkup. Like, hey, let's check this cavity. What's going on?
Yeah.
1 month from now.
More like a psychologist, like your psychologist checkup, Cody.
Yeah, and we'll see if we either A, ripped out the tooth or we replace it with the gold crown.
But you have to have an answer at the time. You can't be like, well, I'm going to run it by my sponsors
I'll
and
have
see if
you
I
an
can.
Answer.
Yeah, no matter what it is, we have to have an answer on
I'll
the
have
show.
you an answer.
Oh, and real quick, but did you throw that balsa plug I gave you? Yeah, did you?
I have thrown that plug, dude.
What
I haven't. I gave Grant the other plug.
Okay, good man.
Yes, and I've caught a couple bass on that plug. You ain't kidding. You put it on 20 pound and just go through the stuff,
dude. And it just swung.
Yeah, it doesn't even hardly hang at all. It's weird.
I'm telling you, it's a derber. It's only for derbs. Don't
game face, man. Game time.
Don't bring it out when you're on them stock ponds doing Cody Meyer pro bass angler commercials.
Hey, you bring that plug out when you're fishing with the purpose, right?
That's right. That's right. Hey, Brad, take us out of here. What do we got to do? What's going on?
Hold on 1 second.
Oh,
huh? Oh, hold on.
Oh, there you are. Oh, you guys switched. I like how you did that. How's this happening, Ginge? Are you doing that? Oh, that was pretty fancy. Was that Brad doing that?
Oh, it was me. Ginge sent me a text. I was looking at it, messing it all up.
Oh, okay. Well, as you know, Cody, it looks like you might have enjoyed whiskey or two in your days, and it looks like Brad definitely enjoyed some whiskey in the. I see in your cup right there. So, Brad, you are going to give the Tin Cup Whiskey official Stray Casts viewer swag bag, or whatever this is, compliments of Luke Foley and Tin Cup Whiskey, right?
Nice.
Yeah, you got the text, right?
Yep.
You know the person's name? It's not Cody Meyer. I know Cody's texting you, too. It's not Cody Meyer.
It's not Cody Meyer.
No, don't.
It is. I know who it is, though.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Are you ready? It is Chris Finch.
Chris Finch. What's his name? Finch? How do you spell Finch? Gosh, like Finch from that one show?
Stifler's mom.
Stifler's mom. Yes. Chris Finch is the winner. I hope he's the actor. That'd be awesome to have him on. And Stifler's mom. Hey, Cody, you're always a good time. You know, wherever I see you, we have fun together. You know what I mean?
We do, man.
Yeah.
We got to do this more often. We're going to do the checkup here in a month for sure.
Yeah, with the psychologist. Yeah, and Brad, you're awesome too, man. You're blooming into the fine co-host that you've meant to be.
Oh, well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he said more this time. You said more this time, Brad.
I'm getting there.
Brad, I really like your voice, and so do the viewers.
Gosh, man,
I'm kind of playing hard to get. They'll want more and more, you know?
I know exactly what you're saying. Cody Meyer, keep kicking ass on the MLF and, of course, on the Opens. We wish you the best of luck. Brad Leuthner, and you the best of luck on the Opens and achieving both of your goals at becoming Bassmaster Elite Series anglers. Pretty freaking cool. Bass Galaxy, give it up for Brad Leuthner and Cody Meyer. And Finch. Oh, Finch, Stifler's mom. Give it up for Stifler's mom.
And Stifler's mom.
Hey, Cody, what's your jam right now? What's your song right now you've been into? Like, what have you been drawing?
Oh, dude. You know, I've been going old school Metallica, man. Like, I gave it up for a little bit, and I brought this stuff back. Ride the Lightning type stuff.
Oh, gosh, I like it. Are you ready? I'm going to take us out with Metallica. Are you ready?
Yeah.
To the new business I run. After the new business I become. I hunt, therefore I am. There is the land. Got it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Rock and roll.
Nailed it in my own mind. Heck yeah.
O'Doyle rules. That was a different movie.
Of Wolf and Man into the great wide opens. This is insane, Cody.
I love it, man. You are the man.
You think Patterson would have liked that close?
He would have loved it. Dude.
I know. I love Patterson.
Dude, where is Patterson? I miss that guy.
He's probably in some weird continent or something right now.
He's got the dang coolest photos of smallmouth and all kinds of stuff. Fly fishing somewhere, doing that. Dude, he's the man.
And Peter, too. You know Peter Marcano? You deal with him? He's the man. Peter's freaking awesome, too.
They're good people.
They're
man.
all good. Hey, so thanks, Sims, by the way.
Yeah.
And
thank you, Sims.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah. And thank you, Bass Galaxy, for
thank you, Bass Galaxy.
Amazing evening. And thank you to all our fine sponsors that make this happen. Thank you to Ben Milliken, the reigning king of YouTube. This is a thin raft. We all ride, Cody Meyer, professional bass angler. It's a thin raft, Brad Leuthner. Opens contender. We must cherish this raft, Cody. We must sail as long as we can. When the still sea conspires in armor, we can still whip the horse's eyes on Venice Beach. You know what I'm saying, Code?
Jeez, dude,
I went Morrison on
you.
Yeah, I went Morrison on you. I went to your I went your college days. I went Cody Meyer, California college days. Is what
dude, California love there, man. Going back.
All right, so let's just do the show like with something that I don't always do. But hold on, watch this. You want to do a super awkward ending? You want to do like a super? Jench, get ready. Super awkward ending. Ready? All right. One more thing that I gotta say. Just one more thing. Right, figure this out, guys. I'm out of here.
Hey, is that
Brad Leuthner? Bass Galaxy, thank you so much. Peace.
Have a good night.
I'm out of here. Love you all.
Thanks for coming on, Cody. You're awesome.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. We'll see you in a couple weeks, bud.
Yeah.
Later, Cody.
All right.
See you, Galaxy.
Cody Meyer. We freaking need you, man.